Foundation staff. In case you don't know or forgot, my name is Sherm, and welcome to the Site-42 Holiday Special. Tonight we are going to hang out on my creaky chair in front of my beautiful high budget visuals, high quality, high definition 1080p fireplace. We've got the holiday drink of champions, Johnny Walker Black Label. It's alright. Mid-range. Mid-range. It's cool. I have got yay notification button. We have CJ Pops in the stream. I've got a little chat window so I can see you guys in here. So we've got a fireplace. We've got scotch. And we'll just wait a little bit, hang out and talk the chat while everyone piles into the party. Happy holidays to you all. Hello, storm clouds. Welcome to the holiday special. That makes me thirsty. Does it make you thirsty for scotch, or does drinking scotch make you thirsty? Both, but it's okay. That's why it's wonderful. Smoky. So tonight, we are going to go over several holiday SCPs. Jackson Jelenic wants us to know that the Scotch fireplace and a lab coat is typical Foundation personnel, especially at the holiday parties. Especially every day of the year. It's a long day at work, too many tests, Scotch and fireplace. The YouTube rookie says, hello there, how goes it at the site? It goes gloriously, as you can tell. Enigma says, hey everyone, and I say, hey everyone back. Fantastic. So the plan tonight is we're going to go over a long laundry list of holiday-themed SCPs and tales. I don't know if you've been digging through the site as I crawled through because we don't have a holiday hub. We have a couple holiday hubs for like certain years, but we gotta put them all together. CJ Pops with a bottle of Crown, good man. Happy holidays, Marcellus Thomas. Storm clouds, I agree, this is going to be interesting. So I've got a long laundry list of readings to go through. We may have to go through some singing, so you guys will have to join me for some Christmas caroling because some of these are songs. And that should be a cappella entertaining. The YouTube rookie says, I see you watch the Vulgans videos. You are definitely a man of culture. Yes, the Vulgan and I, we are, as they say in the world, best buds. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. So, let's take a look at the first story for the night. We're about 3 minutes into the stream so far. I've got my little iPhone camera so I can see right about here where the timer is clicking. So about 3 minutes in, that gets us about time for everyone to show in and get the party started. So everyone else will make their way in. I've got the chat here. I will not be chatting during readings because I won't be able to see the reading. So during the readings, I will not see you guys, but you guys can chat. You guys are having a party. And now, putting the chat down, we are going to start tonight's reading with scpwiki.net/Christmas. Plainly Christmas. And this reading starts with a summary. I always have grand plans that few people help me on. I'm just gullible that way. This time, it was 100-word stories for Christmas a la Gaiman's Nicholas Was. I normally send one out in my Christmas cards. Thanks again, Neil. And this year, I shared my story with the staff, including the idea that we all write one for the site. But when time rolled around, there were only a handful of people who managed to get one done. E4D with Ken's, and Man. So in honor of Christmas, I give you these stories. Feel free to add, but keep it at or very close to 100 words. Enjoy, kids. Troy. No Two Snowmen. Susie later thought, as blood and bile oozed from the gash in her stomach, that thorn branches were a poor choice of arms. They had been what snared her with ease, the thick vines coiling around her wrist, tiny, dagger-like barbs digging into clothes first, and then flesh. But she mused for a moment that the hat they had neither silk nor top, was a miracle. And if miracles existed, then certainly she might survive. But watching the other children scatter from the snowman in the pinkish snow quickly removed such illusions. As her wound turned from hot pain to cold, she closed her eyes. Signed, Troy. Well, that's a great start, Troy. Thank you. Thank you so much for the anomalous snowman. Ah. All right. Story number 2 in the short story anthology series is a newspaper clipping. So let me show you guys what the newspaper clipping looks like. That's what we got. And now, family torn apart by abduction on Christmas Day. Picture of 9-year-old Tony Henstridge taken by his parents on his blank birthday. Taken on his birthday a few months before his mysterious disappearance. Bozeman, Montana. Authorities announced that a mother and father in the town of Bozeman are being charged with conspiracy to abduct a minor this evening, following the disappearance of 9-year-old Tony Henstridge. The young boy vanished from his home late Saturday night. Police reports indicate no other subjects have been identified, but point to a bloody trail leading to a chimney in the resident's family room, leading investigative officers to believe the attacker scaled down into the home despite a lack of footprints in the snow outside. Jim Brown. Signed, Echo 4 Delta and Dr. Kens. Man, this is the child murdered Christmas. Excellent. All right, here we go. I knew it was wrong, even as I swung the hammer down on the old man's head. The bone shattered, and blood and brains sprayed out, matching the scarlet of his suit. Tears ran down my eyes as I struck again and again. I love the old man. I knew it was wrong, but I had to, you see, for my father, for honor. Only blood would make things right. He should have never done it, mistletoe or not. Not that the guilt was his alone. I would deal with her later. You see, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Signed, Dr. Man. Oh my lord. Let's continue on. Being a Jewish kid around Christmas time always made me somewhat annoyed. I always wanted a Santa, but what I got was 2 grandparents pinching my cheeks and a gift card for Best Buy. Saying this, my father told me of the Hanukkah armadillo, an armadillo that acted in the same capacity as Santa, but delivered presents to all the good Jewish children. So, perhaps simply for a laugh, my dad dressed up as a giant armadillo, and I sat on his lap and told him what I wanted. And when Hanukkah finally occurred, my dad gave me exactly what I wanted. A gift card for Future Shop. Signed, Salmon Corbett. An armadillo. What show was the Hanukkah armadillo on? That was Friends, right? That was Ross Geller, the Hanukkah armadillo. Right? I think so. That's my best guess. Yes, I see confirmation in the chat. Brilliant. Next up on our short... Oh, how many shorts do... Oh, there's a lot of shorts. Excellent. I have been alive in this state for about a week, and there are a couple things that I figured out. Firstly, I think I'm in a time chop loop, because every 11 seconds, I wind up in the same place somehow. Second, chop. Ow! Axes really fucking hurt, and I feel one hacking at me all the time. Third, I'm fully chop conscious, even though my left arm keeps being chopped off. Finally, the sky is chop. Ow! For some reason changing. It used to be my house, then it got all dark, then an office. Although it chop is really hard to tell, what with everything outside being fish-eyed and all the damn snow that keeps falling. And the worst, no chop bit is that my assailant isn't even human. In fact, other than his facial features, he's completely made of snow. Ah! Chop! Ah! And here we go again. Signed, Reject. I had always thought that reindeer were majestic, noble creatures. With their grand antlers and fine coats, to see one up close would be so special. That's why when the old man said he would take me to see the great herd, I was giddy as I could be. Wild herds could reach hundreds of thousands, though this herd was far greater. When we first saw them, I couldn't believe their numbers, their tranquil nature. Now with our sleigh overturned, the old man trampled, my leg broken, I can only think of how naive I was about such wild animals. Signed, Toad King 07. Oh, the Foundation AM radio guys. Nice. Billy was over the moon. Christmas morning, and he was allowed to open one of his presents early. Sidebar, Christmas morning, isn't that when you open the presents normally? Or, I guess, never mind, back to the story. As he pondered which present to open, he heard a voice from one of the boxes. Please, yes. Release me this instant, you bandits! The voice yelled. Billy opened the box to see a funny-looking robot. Big mistake, meatbag, it shouted. Wow, Billy exclaimed. A real robot! He reached for his new toy when the doorbell rang. He sprang up with a sigh and ran for the door. He opened the door and saw a man holding a cardboard box standing on the porch. Hey there, little man, the visitor said. Is your father home? He's asleep, but I'll go wake him for you, Billy said, eager to get back to his toy. The man smiled and quickly entered the living room as Billy ran upstairs. There you go, he murmured as he tossed the robot into the box. The robot screamed indignantly. Unhand me, ruffian! I will end you! I'm sure you will, Pesterbot, the man chuckled as he left the house. I'm sure you will. He's gone! He took my robot, Billy said, his voice trembling. We didn't even get you a robot, Billy, his father yawned. Billy crossed his arms sulkily. This is the worst Christmas ever. Signed, STH9. Release me, ruffian! Pesterbot, one of the best characters on the site, hands down. So, that is our short 100-word Christmas story analogy. Let me pull up the chat for a moment and see how things are going. Happy Spooks, birthday, Santa Child Protector. Ooh, the chat is jumping. Ah, my chat is catching up with the lag from when my phone turned off. Let me go into my settings real quick and make sure my phone doesn't power down so that I don't get lag on the chat. Let's see. These are things you should think about ahead of time on the stream, kids. Display and brightness. And lock that sucker. Never lock it. Alright. So now my chat will not go away. I can see you guys. I'm a bad man. Spoiled. Never let a stranger in the house. Smack that kid. Spoiled kid. Lag. Cuss a bad. And we're caught up. Excellent. So, that is the 100-word story anthology for Mother Russia, says the Putinator. So let's see what's next on our list, eh? Going down the list. Okay. So we're going to do pulling up the wiki, fixing the URL, the URL if that's what you say. I am the Duke of Earl. scpwiki.net/'twas the night before Christmas. Now I'm going to preface this with so many of these Christmas SCPs are the night before Christmas redone. So I have a bunch of them in my list because a lot of them are really good. But we're going to break them up so we don't do the 'twas the night before Christmas poem structure 100 times in a row. So 'twas the night before Christmas from the SCP. Is there a 682 Christmas story? Asked Siege Ops. I'm not sure. If there is one, y'all should let me know in the chat in between stories so that I can hunt it down for us. So, tonight, for our next tale, we're going to read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. scpwiki.net/'twas the night before Christmas. Starting at the top. And here we go. Is that a TV or real-life fireplace, some guy named King? That is a highly anomalous video. It's a mimetic kill agent. Every single one of you who is not authorized Foundation staff should be writhing in a seizure on the ground. I apologize, I should have told you that ahead of time. Good mimetic kill agent. Good job. YouTube kill agents. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the site, not a kedder was stirring, to my great delight. The paperwork filed in the cabinets with care, each one a story of objects most rare. Humanoids held firm in 10-meter cubes, and Euclid suspended in magnetic tubes. But researchers, technicians, D-class, and more were hiding in fear from the sounds of a war. The East Wing had lights flashing warnings in Morse. 2 Keddards, 3 Euclids, and 1 I ruined the poem. No! Let's rewind that, shall we? The East Wing had lights flashing warnings in Morse about the escape of an anomalous horse. 2 Keddards, 3 Euclids, 1 thought safe but not, merging together in 1 ball of snot, were barely but noticed by keen Dr. Bright. A crisis at last had now moved him to fright. His powers immortal availing him naught, and expert assistance he went out and sought, grabbing all resources that he could claim. 6 MTF teams he called each by name, now cleaners, now gear deads, now mimetic fixers, on toasters, on weirds, on timeline deep sixers, to the basement L4, to the site of the breach. Don't wait, get going, to all I must preach. The pain of our failure is the end of us all. Rushing they jostled to get to the hall, containing the monster, the doctor's true dread, fervently hoping to put me to bed. The snotball had the cleaners tied up in knots, while toasters and gear deads were blocked by some bots, escaping their quarters and running all round, trying to bind all the things that aren't bound. Backwards and forwards the scrapping did go, until I called time and their fighting went slow. The weirds did not know that last week had gone wrong. An SCP slow-acting mimetic song made them ignore the good doctor's commands, as they were all busy staring at hands. The mimetic fixers tried chanting in rhyme my true name in Greek while assaulting a mime, which in all fairness really should have worked, but instead in my heart I secretly smirked. My misinformation had led them astray. Assaulting a mime is what keeps me at bay. A mine, and not a mime, a mine. Timeline Deep Sixers most suited for this, gave it their best but still came up amiss. They ran down my hall, they ran with much vigor, but too late, and my power did trigger. They activated my trap card, you see. Their forwardmost man almost made it to me, but now for eternity I get to see his eyes frozen wide at the sign on my door, upon which is written, "Beware Chronivore." 'Twas the night before Christmas, 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 'twas the night before Christmas! Text found printed on the back of anomalous object 173-21-214, which appears to be a large print of a photo overlooking Site-19's main administrative area as an explosion is just beginning. The photo is impossible to fold or cut in any way, and nothing can adhere to it, but it is otherwise unremarkable. No source of this object is recorded in the database. Merry Christmas. All right, fantastic. Let's see what we got going on here. No 5 Council is watching. Dr. Bright. O5 Council is watching. Always. A mine minding a mine. Wrong rhyme. Ignore what I said before. 21212121212124. Putinator wants to know if SCP-173-D is canon. In your head, it could be. In your head canon, it could be. All right. Fantastic. That is another SCP story down the line. Let's see what's up next. Ooh, all right. Our next one on the list is an actual SCP document. So we're going to be reading SCP-2, is it 2536 or 2365? 2536. So let's rewind the URL all the way to the scpwiki.net. SCP-2356. 2536. Damn me and my wrongness. 2536. All right. Here we go. All right. 2536, 2536, 2536. Ah, yes. My mimetic liquid. Yes. Anomalously delicious. A dramatic reading of SCP-2356. 2536. 2536. I got it right. Item number, SCP-2536. Object class, Keter. Special containment procedures. As the nature of SCP-2536 makes physical containment impossible, containment procedures will instead focus on the manner in which personnel should conduct themselves in the event of a manifestation. To enforce this, as of 12/23/19 redacted, copies of these containment procedures are to be distributed among personnel currently in the employ of the SCP Foundation during the month of December. In the event that SCP-2536 appears before a member of personnel, they are to refrain from accepting any offered gifts, leave the vicinity of SCP-2536, and immediately inform their supervisor. Gifts presented to personnel by SCP-2536 are only to be accepted under strict testing conditions, and after testing are to be confiscated immediately. Description: SCP-2536 is a Christmas tree with purple and white decorations, approximately 2 meters tall and composed primarily of plastic. A speaker is attached to the base of SCP-2536, which loudly plays the song "I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day" by the band Wizard on a constant loop. SCP-2536 only manifests during the month of December, and its status during the rest of the year is currently unknown. During the month of December, SCP-2536 will appear before at least 6 members of Foundation personnel, one at a time, regardless of distance between them. No reports have been found from the public or elements outside the Foundation indicating SCP-2536 appearing to anyone apart from Foundation personnel. Upon appearance before a member of personnel, a gift in the form of a wrapped present consistent with traditional Christmas practices will be located beneath SCP-2536. This gift, hereafter referred to as SCP-2536-1, will contain an item which the chosen member of personnel greatly desires, whether consciously or subconsciously. In cases where the desired item would be too large to feasibly fit inside SCP-2536-1, its interior dimensions become significantly larger than its exterior ones. If the targeted member of personnel ignores SCP-2536 and leaves the area, SCP-2536 will disappear after 3 to 5 minutes. SCP-2536 was discovered when it manifested in the office of Site-42 Director Letter during a lockdown after containment breach of SCP-redacted. At the time, SCP-2536-1 contained and required materials to temporarily shut down SCP-redacted and return it to its chambers. Inspection of SCP-2536 by nearby researchers revealed the following note attached to SCP-2536's base. Here at Data Expunged, we love nothing more than to watch the good work you fellows do. Your company and your empathy and moral integrity are an inspiration to us all. And so, in this season of giving, we have decided to present you brave heroes who do so much for us with a gift of your own. Enjoy. Merry Christmas. OSN. Hey chat, by the way, sidebar, does anybody know what OSN is? What is that in SCP universe? OSN. Witness is 20 minutes late. SCP-1993 is cool for Christmas. We're doing that one. OSN. Well, we'll come back to what the OSN really is, but in the meantime, Addendum 2536-1 is a sample record of SCP-2536-1's contents. Site Director Letter received materials required to shut down and subdue SCP-redacted. Dr. Landis received several excited Welsh Corgi puppies. DNA analysis revealed the puppies were all genetically identical. That's wonderful. D25372 received a middle-aged woman and a pre-adolescent boy, later identified as D25372's wife and son. After a brief interview and dosage of Class A amnestics, they were returned to their home without incident. Redacted received a gold wristwatch. Dr. Ryans received a copy of this file and containment procedures relating to SCP-2536. Note that this incident took place before December 23rd, 1990, boop, redacted, and Dr. Ryans was thus unaware of the nature of SCP-2536 upon its manifestation. New containment procedures were implemented as a result of this incident. Agent Raleigh received unknown. According to recovered footage from the area, SCP-2536 manifested while Agent Raleigh was infiltrating a suspected location of Marshall Carter in dark activity, thus revealing his location to them. Agent Raleigh's current status and location are unknown. D39122 received Will C Incident 2536-1. SCP Boop, redacted. We need to see SCP-2536-2. So let's check out the incident log, shall we? Incident 2536-1. On 12/29/2000, redacted. At Site 9, SCP-2536 appeared before D39122 and several other D-Class personnel outside of testing hours. Before security could intervene, D39122 received several anomalous weapons from SCP-2536-1. Anomalous weapons? There's a footnote here. Let's see what kind of present they got. Weapons showed the capacity to disintegrate security personnel upon direct hits or cause spatial warping inside their bodies upon glancing blows. Oh my lord, that's pretty hardcore. So, anomalous weapons came out of the present box, distributed them among nearby D-Class personnel, and attempted an armed escape. Although this revolt was quickly put down by on-site security, hostilities resulted in several Euclid and Keter level containment breaches, necessitating site-wide lockdown and causing significant personnel casualties. Incident 2536-2. On December redacted 2000 redacted, at Site 11, during testing of SCP redacted, SCP-2536 appeared before it. SCP redacted retrieved a small device from SCP-2536-1 consistent in appearance with its own native technology. Upon activating the device, SCP-redacted disappeared completely from Site 11 and is now believed to have transported itself to an as-of-yet unknown location on the planet. It is now confirmed that SCP-2536 considers objects and entities under containment by the Foundation to be Foundation personnel. Whew, that's rough, buddy. Alright. Let's check out the old chat for a moment. We have 682 in Brighton, 784, and what do they got? Another 682 or 106. It's good to be honest. It's sweet. We all want the weapon. We love containment breezes. Putinator keeps saying, Gulag! I guess that's where we're putting them. Fantastic. So, Dilligaff, I'm going to warn you, buddy, I saw you in the chat. And I am a big fan of Bailey's, don't get me wrong. But you can't have a Christmas set of readings without reading SCP-1933. So yeah, we have to go there, but I suggest earmuffs for this portion. Earmuffs. SCP-1933, pulling it up, go! Jack Evereads has arrived. That's alright, buddy. We're only a couple readings in. We've got a long way to go tonight. We're doing them all. So, SCP-1993 has an image, so I'm going to show you that image very quickly. Oh, who is this gentleman? Look at him. Santos L. Claus. Ah, alright. So, let's get to meet SCP-1933, shall we? Let's just expand that a little bit for reading ease. Excellent. Final check on the chat. Oh, don't drink it. Oh man, here we go. Item number, SCP-1933. Object class, safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-1933 is to be kept in a standard low-security cell equipped with basic furnishings. It is to be provided with 2 liters of Irish whiskey, 500 milliliters of double cream, no less than 48% fat content, 25 grams of powdered sugar, and 20 milliliters of refined vegetable oil on a daily basis. As SCP-1933 is unwilling to engage in basic hygiene, it is to be forcibly stripped and showered by Level 3 personnel on a weekly basis, and its beard shaved and nails clipped on a monthly basis. Its soiled clothing is to be considered highly flammable and is to be incinerated as a fire hazard. Description: SCP-1933 is an obese, middle-aged Caucasian male in a constant state of moderate to severe alcohol intoxication. SCP-1933's body fluids, including both intracellular and extracellular fluids, consist entirely of a substance identical in composition to the alcoholic beverages known as Irish cream. This substance adequately fulfills the functions of the fluids it replaces in SCP-1933's tissues, despite the fact that it renders normal biochemical processes essential to life impossible. Foundation scientists have been unable to determine how it manages this. SCP-1933 subsists on a diet of cream, Irish whiskey, sugar, and refined vegetable oil, the basic ingredients of most commercially produced varieties of Irish cream. It prefers to supplement its diet with small amounts of various herbs and flavorings, usually coffee, but these are not essential to its survival. It is incapable of digesting anything that is not a standard ingredient of Irish cream, including Irish cream which has been prepared beforehand. SCP-1933 will display effects consistent with acute malnutrition if its blood alcohol content significantly falls below or exceeds a range of 15 to 20%. The typical alcohol ABV? Wow, why can't I remember what ABV stands for right now? The typical ABV of Irish cream. SCP-1933's bodily fluids are safe for human consumption if intake is limited to 25 milliliters or less within 24 hours. If a subject exceeds this limit, there is a significant risk that all of their bodily fluids will be transformed into Irish cream. This substance does not fulfill the functions of the fluid it replaces, as it does in SCP-1933. As such, it is instantly fatal. The probability that a subject's bodily fluids will be transformed into Irish cream increases by approximately 5% for each additional milliliter of SCP-1933's bodily fluids consumed. It is not known if the bodily fluids of SCP-1933's victims would have the same anomalous effects as SCP-1933's bodily fluids if they were to be consumed. Prior to containment, SCP-1933 was chronically homeless, sleeping either on the street or in derelict buildings, wearing a Santa Claus suit at all times, stealing money with which to purchase the specific items of food and drink necessary for its survival, and collecting its bodily fluids in bottles. It would attempt to break into people's homes between 2300 hours December 24th, Christmas Eve, and 500 hours December 25th, Christmas Day, and place crudely wrapped bottles of its bodily fluids alongside other wrapped presents, with the intention that they would later be unwrapped and subsequently consumed. SCP-1933 claims that this activity was motivated by a benevolent desire to give people presents and refuses to acknowledge that its bodily fluids are fatal if consumed in large quantities. It has not been determined whether or not it is genuinely unaware and unwilling to accept that this is the case, or whether it is trying to conceal malicious intentions. However, the general consensus among Foundation staff who have studied SCP-1933 is that the former is more likely. Gross is what I say to that. Gross. Alright, let's take a look-see into the chat and see how we're doing tonight. Witness is going to make a Christmas dinner made only of SCP objects. Does it have to be Christmas SCP objects? Or can it be just any SCP that's food related? Because I tell you what, the infinite cakes would be a great party trick. Rip Santa. Giggity. Oh, I'm not even gonna go there. Y'all are messed up. Y'all are messed up. Got problems. Hello, Inhabited. Happy holidays to you too. Welcome to Site-42's holiday special. Yeah, skip the Baileys. Not a bad idea. SCIP, I see what you did there. Alright. Let's start looking for our next reading, shall we? Take this over to the SCP list. And you know what? I'm thinking our next thing is going to be a certain tale by a certain militant group of artistic vagabonds. This tale is called Are We Christmas Yet? Go. I'm glad you approve, witness. I'm glad you approve. Are we Christmas yet? You know. Am I drinking 195? I don't know what 195 is. Let's take a look-see, shall we? I've got a moment. I want to hang tight for a second for reasons that are off-screen that I don't wish to disturb, that I'll tell you guys about in a moment. You may hear some sounds. Ignore those. There's nothing going on behind me. Just ignore that. Nothing. Mysteries abound. Alright, we're clear. That was my little buddy Giacomo. Today you learned Site-42 has a resident cat. He's amazing. SCP-195. Oh, what? Why is there a stylized racist character? That's insensitive. Oh, but it is medicinal whiskey. Oh, I can buy that. What does it do to me? Wait, what does this do? They will react as if they drink gut rot or moonshine. Heightened awareness. The effect of the whiskey was advertised. Heightened awareness. Ooh, special powers. And then, oh, then they don't look so good. So no, we're going to skip that one. That's not at this party. Oh, 195 is not for parties. Not my friend. Not my deal. Okay. Oh, we have a bobble emoji. That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to when Site-42 reaches the level where they let us do sponsored content, where they let, like, it's kind of like Patreon, but specifically for YouTube, so you can, like, throw $5 a month at the channel to help the budget things, and then you get, like, custom emojis, because we're going to do all the SCP emojis, so I'll just tell you that right now, that's what's going to go down. Sponsors are going to get, like, super SCP and Site-42 emojis. It's going to happen one day. We're not cool enough. We are not cool yet. YouTube doesn't give us that kind of power yet. So, is the cat 529 or 759? I don't know the answer to that. Forged of Fire. What anomalous property do those cats have? 041-J. There's so many cats. I don't know what to do about this. Kitten skips. There's so many kitten skips. What's this all about? Object class, Peter. Oh, half a cat. I don't know why it's half a cat. That's weird. And then our second cat could be 759. 759 is a sourdough. That's not a what? What is this? Sourdough starter? Wheat and flour? I don't get it. Oh, 795. I messed up. I did it wrong. That's the thing that happens all the time. Don't do the things that I do, 'cause they are usually wrong. Oh, wow. 795 looks a lot like my cat. Okay. What's going on here? What does this cat do? Change the physical form of any creature it observes. It can make telepathic suggestions to humans within the range of effect. Well, that's certainly not my cat, and I should not go feed that cat right now. That's totally not a thing I'm going to go do. I'm just kidding. They've already eaten. So, let's see what we got. Final chat check before we go into our next tale. Object class Peter. Sure, what do I want for Christmas this year? What I would like for Christmas is a good year for Site-42. I want to see us catch up to Volgan and Eastside Steve in the SCP reading game for subs. I want to go past them because I'm competitive. Let's do all of it. Let's do all of it. Let's get all the subs. We'll catch up with Gmodon. Gmodon's the goal. 500k subs, why not? We need patrons. That way next year's holiday special, you guys who didn't see the reading stream yesterday, I get all the patrons in the world, and Volgan gets all the patrons in the world, and Steve gets all the patrons, and we become like an SCP trio of like reading everything and being the best guys. I want to fly him from Ireland to California and do a Very Keter Christmas, which is the SCP Christmas special, as a live variety show with music and video, and it'll be a live thing like they do for the holidays on Netflix. So if I can get enough to buy him a plane ticket, and for him to buy him a plane ticket, we're going to have a live show next year. That's the dream. It's going to be produced. I'm going to hire a camera crew. I got ambition, baby. Jack, holy shit, that'd be dope! Thank you, Jack. How Clef Saved Christmas is a good one. Actually, we're going to read that today, because that one's a blast. Eat all the other SCP YouTubers for Christmas dinner, and I'll gain their powers through cannibalism, and I'll become a Wendigo. You know how it works. Actually, Ghost says Site-42 Productions. Okay, so here's a little thing. Because someone mentioned this on Reddit for my 1K Q&A. They were like, hey dude, you got a bunch of like other stuff that's not SCP on your channel. You should see to that. And I was like, oh, you're right. I have all my resume stuff back from when I was, back when I used this mostly for acting resume stuff rather than SCP stuff. So I moved all that to a personal channel, and my name, Sherman Christensen, is a YouTube channel now with all my personal acting stuff. But later on, I also got a channel for Site-42 Studios. And so when I start doing original content that's not SCP, I'll do it over there. That way it doesn't plug up the SCP channel. So people who like Site-42 can go over there, and people who can enjoy SCP can just stay here, or you can be a cross-platform Site-42 fan. Nice. Good call. Site-42 Productions, Site-42 Studios. Next year, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be amazing. We're going to make all the things. Short films, live action SD Locks proposal, Dale break all over the place. It's going to be nuts. Gonna be nuts. Volgan Christmas special. Dead serious. We're going to do it. So now, with all that braggadociousness, let us begin. Jack, you gotta cast me in that. You are local. If you're in the Northern California area, Site-42 Productions is gonna be a thing. You can get hired. You gotta be responsible though. We only do high quality work. Get to studying, take some drama classes, maybe learn how to hold a boom microphone or edit video or something. Learn your skills. Site-42 Productions. It's gonna be hiring as soon as this earns me any money, which it doesn't yet. Okay. Are we Christmas yet? I keep getting distracted by chat. It's holiday reading time. Are we Christmas yet? I still think this is a terrible idea. No, it's awesome. Like deconstructive or whatever. Overgang and Joey stared at the enormous red bauble that towered over nearby buildings, pensively sipping eggnog. I got scotch, that's close enough. It had several hundred minuscule trees hanging off the side of it. Overgang posed a question. So it's an hour and 10 to midnight. What happens when it's Christmas? Presents happen. Presents happen? Presents happen. Everywhere. Elaborate. It literally causes Christmas miracles. Elaborate more. Sick children will walk. Tiny Tim will get his parents. Scrooge will see the light. The town will be filled with cheer and goodwill. Children will run downstairs only to see Santa Claus pop up the chimney. Rich people will let beggars into their houses. Every church bell will ring 12 times. A cranky old man will smile for the first time in 20 years. Kids will ice skate while laughing happily and be joined by their otherwise dismissive parents. Snow shall fall down, leaving beautiful white fields by morning. John McClane and Hans Gruber shall fight a war of wills. Little Macaulay Culkin will fight off a pair of thieves. The Grinch's heart will grow 3 sizes, and Charlie Brown's sad little tree will get the love it deserves. Peace on earth, goodwill to man, the perfect Christmas. Well, that sounds lovely, if a bit boring. And of course, since Christmas is about the little baby Jesus and the Mother Mary, every virginal female in the city will spontaneously give birth, whereupon the newborn is promptly crushed by a pile of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's more like it. Ha! Are we Christmas yet? Those rascally rogues. Always making everything. I'm going to +1 that story. I don't think I've +1 that before. Yeah, if you like the story I read, go to the wiki, +1 that sucker. Let's up the holiday cheer up in here. Do they know it's +1 after all? What do you mean I'm not signed into the wiki? I'm signed into the wiki. Connect using Facebook. See, I would join Are We Cool Yet, to be honest. Epic virgin birth, crushed to death by gold. That sounds lovely. Hey, Yentown made it. Have you ever tried SCP-2755? From number, I don't remember what that is. Can you elaborate on it a little bit? Oh, wow. Who's boarding SCPs? This is funny. I think we're joking. I think we're joking and we gotta be cool. Cool, cool, cool. What's going on? Relax, don't do it when you gotta go to it. Relax, don't do it when you gotta call. I should make an outro to my normal videos telling people to upvote the main site article if they enjoyed it. That's a great concept. Are we Christmas yet? Okay, finally I'm logged in. And now I can upvote this sucker the way I wanted to. Yes! Are we Christmas yet is now +95. You guys should go do it too. Here we are. And now we start to look for our next reading of the evening. Going over to the list. Ah! Here we go. So this is funny. Dr. Clef has 2 stories. There's How Dr. Clef Contained Christmas, and there's How Dr. Clef Saved Christmas. So, let's start with Dr. Clef Containing Christmas, shall we? Let's start there. Banana's like, yes, do the contained one. We shall. Do they know it's Christmas after all? So now, fun thing about iPads is you always have to do a little more work to type. How Clef contained Christmas. How Clef contained Christmas. This page doesn't exist yet, because it's supposed to be How Dr. Clef Contained Christmas. Curses and drat. Let's fix that, huh? How Dr. Clef Contained Christmas. Inhabited. Ah, you're not spherical. Now I know who you are. Welcome to Site-42's holiday special. Alright, here we are. And we are going to do How Dr. Clef Contained Christmas. And by the way, just before I start, I want you to know, we are currently at 16 people viewing the channel. That's the most views a live stream has had. Cheers, Site-42 family. Every skip locked on site liked Christmas a lot. But Dr. Clef, who worked at Site-42, did not. Dr. Clef hated Christmas, the whole Christmas time. But please do not ask him, he might rip out your spine. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps that his hat was too tight. But I think the most likely reason for this was the hate in his heart for all of the skips. For whatever the reason, his hate, heart, or hat, he stood there on Christmas Eve, suspicious of all that. He stood there on Christmas Eve, suspicious of all that. Staring down the hallway with a rigid, concerned walk at the warm-lit containment cells all in his block. For he knew every skip contained on his block was busy now with the whole Christmas crock. The specimen of SCP-610 is hanging entrails on the wall. He puzzled over this behavior, but who should he call? Still puzzled, his fingers were nervously drumming. Other skips are preparing. Is there a Christmas breach coming? Then he growled, all alone in the observation room. I must learn how to stop this Christmas breach soon. For tomorrow he knew all the skips down the block would wake bright and early, might break all their locks. And then, oh the noise, 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 noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise, 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 noise. Then the skips, young and old, might break out and feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, 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 feast. They might feast on researchers, guards, and the director. Something Dr. Clef would not tolerate in this sector. And then they might do something he hated. He did. Every skip down in 19, Keter and Euclid, might break out together with SCP-513 ringing. They'd run hand in hand, and the skips would start killing. They'd kill, and they'd kill, and they'd kill, 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 kill. And the more Dr. Clef thought of this whole skip Christmas evil, the more Dr. Clef thought, I need to stop this upheaval. We can't afford a K-class scenario now. I must stop this Christmas breach from coming. But how? Then he got an idea. A sexy idea. Dr. Clef got a wonderful, sexy idea. I know just what to do. Dr. Clef smiled in his room, and he requisitioned a D-class jumpsuit and a broom. And he chuckled and clucked. What a great fucking sham. With this get-up and broom, it'll look like testing is planned. All I need is a helper. Dr. Clef looked around, but since helpers were scarce, there were none to be found. Did that stop the old doctor? No, Clef simply said. If I can't find a helper, I'll call a favor instead. So he called his friend Dimitri and evacuated the base. Then he armed the site's nuclear device, just in case. Then he took guns and amnestics from the site armor's vault, gave some to Dimitri and said, blow the site if I'm caught. The nuke's down the hall, that's the plan B if I'm dead. Duh, said Dimitri and followed where it led. And Dr. Clef gave a sigh and headed on down toward the cell block where skips lace a snooze all around. Yes. All their cells were dark, eerily quiet was the air. Skips were all dreaming horrific dreams without care. When he came to the first little cell on the square, this is stop number 1, the old mirthless doc hissed. And he climbed through the vent, amnestic syringe in his fist. Then he slid down the air ducts. He was actually quite deft. If the old Grinch could do it, then so could the Clef. He got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then he slithered out of the ventilation chute, where peculiar stockings were hung in a row. This contraband, he grinned, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the room, and he took every unauthorized present. Candy and spiders, tinsel and crud, stillborns, ornaments, mucus and blood. I'm just coming up because this is going to sleep, don't put it to sleep. And we're back. And we're back! Where was I? I don't know. Ah, yeah, stillborns, ornaments, mucus and blood. And he stuffed them in trash bags. Then Clef, a bit later, stuffed all the bags in the incinerator. Then he slunk to the control. Then he slunk to control. He'd locked down the whole block. Had his dick been anomalous, he would have locked up his cock. He closed every bulkhead as quick as a flash. Why, that doctor even locked a dumpster for trash. Then he burned all the contraband with victorious glee. And now, grinned Dr. Clef, I'll lock down SCP-173. And Dr. Clef grabbed the keys, and he started to open, when he heard a small sound like the chill of an omen. He turned around fast, and he saw a small skip. SCP-191 was at the door, who was not more than 4. Dr. Clef had been caught by this anomalous bell, who'd awoke and quite slipped out of her cell. She stared at Dr. Clef and said, "A D-class, why? Why are you locking down our Christmas things? Why?" But you know, that old doctor was so smart and slick. He thought of a reply, and he thought it up quick. "Get the fuck back! Get the fucking fuck back!" Then he brought out his gun and fired a whole lot. But the skip was so quick that it dodged all his shots. It slashed and it gashed against Dr. Clef's skin. But that crafty Clef knew she was close enough in. And then he pricked her with the amnestic syringe. She blinked, for it shocked her. She stopped as she faltered. Dr. Clef gave a shove, and he shoved her right in, right over the railing into 173's pen. Then he gathered his keys and locked up containment. He thought it was quiet, the clever detainment. With blood on the floor, he gathered himself, keyed up the radio and leaned on the shelf. "Dimitri, come in. I got hurt rather bad. Be on standby. There's a few more things to be had." "Duh," said Dimitri, finger on the red button, watching the cameras for a signal or something. It was 1/4 dawn. Lockdown was in full effect. All the skips still contained. All the locks were all checked. Packing up his shit, Dr. Clef headed back to his office to start cleanup. He, with a crooked smile, he grinned at his work. He laughed as he limped, and he said with a smirk, "Pooh-pooh to the skips. Pooh-pooh to the skips." He was mirthlessly humming. "They're finding out that no Christmas breach is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their maws will hang open a moment or two. Then the skips down in 19 will all cry boo-hoo-hoo. That's a noise," grinned Dr. Clef, "that I simply must hear." So he paused, and Dr. Clef put his hand to his ear. And he did hear the sound was starting to flow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't mad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at the cell block. Dr. Clef popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every skip down in 19, the tall and the small, was singing without any breaches at all. He hadn't stopped Skip Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And Dr. Clef, with his bloody chef looking low, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without killing. It came without breaches. It came without blood, destruction, or screeches. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then Dr. Clef thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Skip Christmas, he thought, isn't something to lock up. Maybe Skip Christmas, perhaps. It's a chance to make up. And what happened then? Well, in 19, they say that Dr. Clef's hateful heart melted that day. After a minute, when his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed past the control room, undid the locks from last night, and opened the cells, let loose all the skips, gave the contraband he did not burn in his trip. Merry Skipness. Skipness is the word I said. "Merry Skipmas," said Buddy Clef as he came down for hugs. "Merry Skipmas," said the skips as they hugged back with some snugs, with tentacles, claws, and hands, and redacted. All grudges on Christmas were simply retracted. "Wait!" cried Clef as he shook the hand of a spook. "I should call up my friend before he blows up the..." And then they all died. The end. Oh, that was a very Merry Christmas tale. Dr. Clef sure is a rascally one. I can't wait to see how he saves Christmas later on. But now, let's put away our script, have another slink of delicious fluid, and check out the chat. Gotta go. Nuke some nations. A beautiful tale, says Witness. I thought this was about how he contained Christmas. Well, he did contain Christmas, but the Grinch stole Christmas, then he gave it back, so he uncontained it after he contained it. Oh, but not literally Christmas, just the Christmas celebration of the skips. Slightly different. And Dusty, welcome to the stream. That is a great Christmas story. I'm so glad we did that one. It's a very warming tale, or my U.S. allies, oh god. 10-10 tale, and Bright catches all the grief. Witness, I am glad you love my enthusiasm. I am happy to give us all the character voices and weirdness. It just brings more to the story. And let me drink a little more enthusiasm now. And fill up a glass. A better story than the Grinch says not spherical. Then everything blew up. Hey, Dimitri! Duh. I love his duh. Let me just fill up my glass. Fill up my cup. Hey! Mazel tov, L'chaim. All right. Brilliant. For everyone who wasn't here before that tale, welcome to the Site-42 holiday stream. We're still sitting at about 15 viewers. That's a whole lot of people. Sherm, you should sing for us sometime, says Witness. Actually, I'm hoping one of these skips has a song. Because, like, I am a trained singer. I did, like, choir for 7 years. Triple threat, what, acty, acty, sing, singy, do all the things. That is actually why I don't have any formal voice acting training, but I do have a lot of singing training, so diction is very paid attention to for theater and such. So, let's go look at the next list of skips. The stream only gets better with every glass of mimetic liquid. Perfect. Perfection. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You guys. So that was amazing. That clef containing Christmas. Oh, God, I forgot to +1 it. Everyone go +1 it, because it's amazing. Let's not forget to be cool and +1 the stories we like, so that everyone's happy about that. This is at +63, now it's at +64. Now, I'm going to go back and read the next one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So now we're reading one of my very favorite Christmas SCPs. Sam Brownski, net neutrality. Yes, net neutrality. Pay attention to it. Good things. Happens. Every YouTuber has mentioned net neutrality in their videos. And yes, that's because it's important. This moment in the middle of my video at 62 minutes is for net neutrality. A, get Agit Pie out of my shit. He's messing with my shit. I do things on the internet. He's messing with my shit. Let's get him out of my shit. After that last stream, I will not be monetized anyways. There's no way this is monetized after Clef containing Christmas. So, yeah, just Agit Pie's in my internet shit. Get him out of my internet shit. Damn it. Thank you. Okay. Banana says Patreon. By the way, this advertisement continues. If you like Site-42 things, subscribe button over there. Subscribe button. Like button. Discord, Patreon, and merch. Help support the channel in any of these ways, and I appreciate it. I really just appreciate you watching. Watching's the #1 way to contribute. Watching is everything. But if you do more things always help. Build the channel. All that good stuff. ShamWow. Okay, so the thing about ShamWow, my advertising, advertise all the things. SC, Agit Pie is the real Grinch here. You right. SCP-173- Christmas spectacular. Banana, you did not realize that you had the power of all advertising. I have to advertise the thing, apparently. The SCP-173 Christmas Spectacular. I can't find it. Why don't we Google it? It'll come up. It'll do the thing. I just did it. Christmas Eve Spectacular. That's why I messed it up. Okay. Wow, this only has 37 +1s. No, like, Wait till I read it. Make sure you like it. Okay, so the thing about Final Destination is the first movie is magical, but after that, Actually, no. 2 was pretty good. It's when they got to like the roller coaster one in 4D that you're just like, you guys are out of ideas. But the first 2 Final Destinations, amazing. Have any of you heard of Lobotomy Corp? Nope, I have not. But we'll have to look it up later. Oh my god, the picture's changing. Why? Whoever did that, you suck. And by you suck, I mean you're brilliant. Why did you do this to me? I was not expecting the picture to change on the page. I just turned over and that was weird. Okay, that didn't happen. Let's just cut, rewind time, start over. This is the SCP-173 Christmas Eve Spectacular. Oh, before I do this, Dilligath, how much have I drank? I am in 1 finger of scotch. So now we're on our 2nd finger of scotch. So not very much. If you guys in the stream right now are thinking, hey, is Sherman drunk or something? No, this is just how he is. Especially on the stream when he knows it's demonetized so he can just curse. Because, family friendly is for the video essays. But when when I'm not going to be monetized anyways, this is just for the art and for you guys. This is for, no, keep your fingers out of my scotch. What are you doing, C-Jops? Stay out of my scotch, man. Making it weird. Alright, so, SCP-173 Christmas Eve Spectacular. It was Christmas Eve at Site-42. Christmas trees entered the foyers, wreaths and ribbon decorated the halls, and a lone menorah sat in the center of the cafeteria so that researcher Polanski wouldn't throw a hissy fit. Hell, even 682 only killed 3 people that day as his gift to the Foundation. Everything seemed just fine. That is, except for one lone soul, SCP-173. 173 had seen many Christmas Eves come and go at Site-42, many usually dull. The only people 173 saw were the usual batch of D-Class doing their cleaning duties. Of course, he would always try to give them their Christmas hugs, which they would always fall head over heels for. They would even leak love juices from time to time. It was a small gesture, but it was warming to 173's heart that his effort was appreciated, going these lengths just for him. However, this Christmas Eve felt underwhelming, to say the least. So far, the D-Class who had usually come to clean his cell were nowhere to be seen. Usually, they would have sent in the D-Class by now, but it was already 2 o'clock, as shown on his painted-on watch. 173 began to worry, scraping along the sides of the room in an attempt to come up with possible scenarios. Some theories range from possibly being at 682's cell, to the D-Class being with their families. While it was within the realm of the possibility that there was no scheduled cleaning of his cell for that day, 173 knew in his heart that it couldn't possibly be that simple. As he was just about to concoct another theory, the lights turned off and the door to his cell were opened. 173 was delighted, as walks around the facility were rare occurrences. During these walks, he would pretend that he was walking on the beach for hours at a time, soaking up the sunlight like no tomorrow, with a pretty girl at his side. Of course, 173 decided to take the opportunity by the neck and headed off into another room. As 173 began his stroll through the halls of Site-42, 173 realized he had gained some weight, so he decided to go on a small jog instead. He had put off his New Year's resolutions this long, never really getting the chance to get this kind of exercise in. During his jog, he saw something peculiar, a room with a light on. During these walks, all the lights would be off, presumably to let the researchers get some sleep. However, the door to the room was somewhat open, and he could hear noises coming from the room. Deciding to put off his jog, he approached the room, growing louder and louder. As he opened the door, he saw researchers, janitors, and security guards give a hearty scream of joy at his arrival. The room itself was filled with the usual Christmas decoration fare, along with many presents gifted to 173. As shown by his lifeless face, he was overflowing with joy. Of course, the first gift 173 received was becoming the grand champion of the staring contest that they were having. It was easy for 173, of course, since his eyelids were non-existent. In fact, it got to the point where their eyelids got tired, and they announced when they were going to blink. He thought they were weirdos, but loved them for that reason. After the festivities, including the presentation of presents and eating a lot, it was his cheat day. He wanted to give everyone a hug. There was a problem with that, however. He has never hugged this many people at once, so he felt fairly awkward trying to hug even one person, as there were at least 20 more people watching. But as if his problems were being telepathically analyzed by the gods, the lights within the room went off. Perfect. During this time, 173 hugged everyone in the room, everyone giving at least some love juice to him. A few minutes after the party ended, the guards came in with the cart, or as he liked to imagine it as, his bright red Ferrari. As 173 was being carted down to his cell, he reminisced about everything that had happened that day. The presents, the cheering, the hugs. It was more than anything he could have imagined. It showed him that the Foundation really did care for him, even if it was minimalistic most of the time. It showed 173 that, despite not knowing emotion, despite not showing emotion, those close to you will always appreciate you. In short, he was happy. Ah, 173 is so cute. 173-chan, I call him in this one. Oh my god, he's so good. Everyone needs a hug. A big, fat, happy 173 hug for all of you. Everybody needs a hug, says C-Jops. No, stay back, says Banana. Witness can have a hug from 173-chan. It's okay. He'll be fine, I'm sure. You can share your love juices with him. Oh, wow, this is getting weird. I feel so used, Forged of Fire says about losing his love juices. 173 only wants hugs to get love juice. That's using you, girl. Using you, girl. He is just using you, girl. You need to find a better hug giver. 106 is sitting there, and he will give his juice to you. So there you go. You don't give your juice to 173, you get your juice from 106. That juice burns a little bit. It's okay. You kind of like it if you're into the weird stuff. Oh, what? Yeah, Site-42. We do the weird stuff. Anyways. Fantastic. Another wonderful tale. This one's at plus 37 to start with. I'm going to plus one it up to 38. If you feel like the 173 Christmas Eve Spectacular deserves more pluses, go plus that sucker. Go plus yourself, because we're having a good day. Everyone deserves some pluses. Here's some pluses for you. Here's some pluses for you. The chat's in this corner. Here's some pluses. Everybody gets pluses. Everybody gets pluses. Pluses. Brilliant. God plus us, everyone. Jeebus. Oh, man. Fantastic. Excellent. So, let's take a look at our next Christmas tale. All right. We're going to move on to a nice simple one now. The next one is called Ken's Festive Stories. So let's look up, starting with the URL. Delete, 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 delete all the SCP URLs and all the other letters. That's too many. Ken's Festive Stories. Yes, I picked the right site this time. All right, Ken's Festive Stories, circa April 2016. Oh my god. Okay, guys, so here's a fun one. Ken's Festive Stories is 2 stories. The first one is a poem. I will read you a Christmas poem. But the second one, we're going to have a sing-along because it's the 12 days of SCP. So, I can't hear y'all singing, but I'm going to sing, and I'm going to imagine you guys singing. And we're all going to pretend that we're doing this. because it goes all the way through the frickin' 12 days of SCP. So you should go to Ken's Festive Stories and get your lyrics ready, and we're all in this together. We're all in this together. And by the way, Site-42 Discord server. Check it out. When it comes time to sing, I'm gonna put on the frickin' voice chat in the Discord server. So if you're in the Discord server, you can sing along with Ken's Stories. K-E-N-S Stories. Festive Stories. Ken's Festive Stories. So I'm gonna read the poem, but when it's time for the sing-along, I'll turn on the microphone and we can all do this together. And we'll see how terrible this turns out with internet lag. It'll be amazing, or terrible, but it'll be great. You know. Oh, do it! Horrible singers! It's gonna be through a computer, through an iPhone. No one's gonna get your vocal quality. Alright, so first of Ken's Festive Stories is The Man Who Stole Christmas, a children's story. Here we go. Festive cheer. This page is a collection of the many festive works that I, Dr. Kens, have written over the seasons. I aim to add on more as I write them. Enjoy, and try not to take them too seriously. Happy holidays. Festive cheer number 1, The Man Who Stole Christmas, a children's story. All hail Christmas Eve, the most wondrous of times, full of roast and of toast, and the most festive of rhymes. With some fresh eggnog and toddy, and cocoa from mommy, a Christmas like this is not shoddy. But one Christmas day almost didn't come clear, when a man of great horrors came to spread fear. A scalpel and grin, and a swig of some gin was all that was known of this demon of sin. Who knew where he'd strike, that merciless fiend? For naught but fair chance could help intervene. The good old Foundation, with much radiation, did try but found only frustration. So who was to save Christmas, that season of wonder, since those who had tried were all torn asunder? The famed GOC, or maybe MC&D? The world heard its breath at who it could be. Then the deadliest moose, with their antlers of flame, came charging on in to change up Duckman's game. With a neigh and a kick, right into man's dick, Moose brought down the surgeon right quick. And so Christmas was saved with a kick to the nuts. The peasants so happy leapt out of their huts. They crowned the sweet moose with a freshly whipped moose, and feasted like kings on great goose. So all hail the great moose, lest you find their quick ire, for if they're not praised, you'll die in a fire. Or maybe by crushing, perhaps even flushing. But it's best just to leave them a-blushing. Woo! Snap, 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 poetry slam. Oh, yes. Dr. Ken's Stories Round 1. The most Christmas story ever. Yes, that is the most Forge of Fire. It is the most children's story of all time. Best ever. Okay. Everybody here. It's time for the sing-along. So you're here, I'm here, we're at the 76-minute mark. This is on. Extra normal event, singing event. So here we go. I'm coming over to the Discord server. And the biggest voice server we have is 30 people, which is fine because we only have 14 people watching the screen. So we're good. Go to the big lobby. And I got voice connected. And so when you get in, we'll start this. I've got Schleepburb on not a microphone. That's a mute button. You're good. I can hear you. You're talking. Let me turn up that volume. Blah, blah, blah. Volume's up. Okay. Anyone else joining the big lobby on the Site-42 Discord? I'm going to give you guys a moment while I drink my scotch. Not Spherical has joined the carol. Excellent. Fantastic. Welcome to the carol.
Sup?
Sup? Man, I can hear someone now. And Jack is here. Jack is here in spirit. Hey, Cage 983. Welcome to the channel.
Glad I can make it. Oh, this is gonna be good.
And Jack can sing in spirit. Too many people sleeping in Siege Ops' house. Just Just whisper
Bring
sing
in some more people.
very quietly in spirit. It'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. So I'm going to give you guys another couple seconds to join the channel. Hey, Witness made it. Welcome, Witness.
Yeah. I guess I'll sing. Why not?
Fantastic.
Do you have a link to the tale? Because I can't find it.
What you want to go to is scpwiki.net/Ken's Festive Stories. And it's KENS -festive -stories. Oh, and there's the link in the, general? In the Discord general. So if you are in the Site-42 Discord server, link below, the general chat channel has the, what's the word I'm looking for? Link. And then I have this, and you have the voice channel. 5 of us are in the lobby. That's way more than 0. 5 is way more than 0. All right. So are you guys ready for the most discordant Discord sing-along ever? Puns! Puns!
Just about.
I think I'm ready.
All right.
People in the house right now, so I don't know if I could be able to sing along to this.
If you just sing like this, it's cool. Just like whisper sing. Crosby, Nash, Stills, and Young. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Crosby, Still, Nash. That's a Bare Naked Ladies Christmas carol. Thing you learn right now, Bare Naked Ladies, my favorite band. Fight me, BNL's the best. Hands down. Best Christmas album ever made. Okay, so, everybody ready? 12 days of SCP. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the first day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me another round of Keter duty. On the second day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 2 cups of Joe and another round of Keter duty. On the third day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the fourth day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me Lord Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 5th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 6th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 6 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 7th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 7 creepy crawly, 6 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 8th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 8 puffer kittens, 7 creepy crawly, 6 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 9th, all right guys, we're speeding up, you ready? Hyperspeed. On the 9th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 9 apple seeds, 8 puffer kittens, 7 creepy crawly, 6 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 10th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 10 clever prankings, 9 apple seeds, 8 puffer kittens, 7 creepy crawly, 6 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 11th day of Christmas, the O5 gave to me 8 caterpillars, 10 clever prankings, 9 apple seeds, 8 puffer kittens, 7 grumpy qualities, 4 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 Lazy Guards, 3 new Class Ds, 2 cups of Joe, and another round of Keter duty. On the 12th day of Christmas, the 05 gave to me 12 days of headaches, 8, 11 caterpillars, 10 clever frankings, 9 apple seeds, 8 puffer kittens, 7 creepy crawlies, 6 floating iPods, 5 MTFs, 4 lazy guards, 3 new class D's, 2 cuffs of Joe, and another round of catter duty. And we all said
Singing at the
duty.
end there, it got too fast.
We all said duty. You heard it.
Good job.
That was beautiful.
That was the Site-42 singers. Thank you guys so much. That was incredible. That was fantastic.
That was pretty good.
That was
I had
fun.
to stop at the end
Not gonna
there,
lie.
though, because it got a bit too fast for me.
Oh no, I completely botched the ending. That's cool. I wrecked so many of the 12th day. And I think I skipped the 9th day. Did I skip a day? I don't know. Maybe. That was really fun though. Thank you guys for participating in that with me. I am now going to sign off the voice chat. That way we can go back to regular chatting and story time. But
Okay,
that's
goodbye.
very fun. Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, buddies.
Bye-bye.
Cool. That was incredible. I am very pleased with how that turned out. All right, wait, where's my thing? I had a thing. It was a thing. That's my chat. There we go. Siege Ops, I'm super glad you enjoyed it. Russell enjoyed it. Bye, Russell. He was here for a minute. Time lag sucks. Yeah, time lag makes it hard, but we persevere. That's gonna sound great. That's gonna sound recording studio quality on playback, I'm sure. That was a blast. I had fun. Y'all had fun. Oh, Russell's not there. Oh, he said bye, y'all, for the recording. I get it. My bad, Russell. I'm glad you're still here. We couldn't do this without you, buddy. Okay, so that was Dr. Ken's Festive Stories. And dear God, I'm plus one-ing the hell out of that, because that was super fun. Plus one. Oh, I already plus one-ed it. I can't plus one it again. It's at plus 25, so if you guys want to plus one it, Dr. Ken's Festive Stories, they're pretty amazing. Dr. Ken should write more things. All right, so let's take a look at what's next on our Christmas reading list. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go with, I'm getting a lot of beeps from the Discord. I think now that I've activated Discord, it's all like, hey, Sherman, pay attention to me. Sherman, pay attention to me. So let me just mute that for a second. That way we don't just hear Discord beeps again and again. Muted. Beautiful. Cool. All right, sitting back, getting on to the next tale. And our next tale is going to be, I believe, let's go with The Night Before Redacted. The Night Before Redacted is going to be our next tale for the evening. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The Night Before Redacted. Boom. Let's go. Oh, I'm almost out of my drink. Time for a refill of mimetic liquid. These stories are much, much better with mimetic fluid. Right. Let's settle down to The Night Before Redacted. 'Twas the night before Christmas at Site-42, and Robert the guard was running quite late. All the skips were contained in their cells with such care that everyone hoped, as did Bob, they'd stay there. His first order of business was to check on containment. He changed channels instead to the night's entertainment. It's a wonderful life, he'd seen it before, and fell asleep then for an hour or more. There were those who had hoped on this night before gifts that Robert would draw the short straw on the shifts, and plans were hatched over 7 months previous by a group of some interest with conspirators devious, to release all the creatures contained at the site to fight the Foundation on Christmas Eve night. They knew that their plan, while courageous, was dumb, but worth it, they thought, if it releases just one. Gates 1, 2, and 3 were as easy as pie, but they met resistance at Gates 4 and Gates 5. Bob startled to wake at the sound of alarms, and shouting and death, and of course firearms. He switched his monitors, checking all of the frequencies, hit the red button for containment emergencies. On screens he could see, as they just made it in, no one could get out, but inside they could win. They planned well for that, and taking their chance, the first cell on the right, at the placard they glanced, and looking in, they saw there 173, saw Euclid and thought, how bad could it be? The statue, Bob knew, so easily beaten, but these stupid folks hadn't been to that meeting. So as the last of their number closed his eyes in assent, Bobby blinked once and the last one was bent. He panicked then and fell to the floor, scrambled and made his way outside his door. The statue knew that's right where he would be, and Bobby fell backwards, attempting to flee. He fell backwards, attempting to flee, in case you didn't catch that. And Bobby fell backwards, attempting to flee. It pressed on his windpipe, strained vocal cords. This is it he imagined and thought of last words. Merry Christmas, he croaked as it began its attack. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good crack. And scene. Site-42, the night before redacted. That was short and sweet. I liked it. Did a good job. It's at plus 35. Now, it's at plus 36. And if you like it, the night before redacted is waiting for you to upvote it. Fantastic. Let's go to the chat for a little bit. Irish Cream Santa. Russell, we did that one already. You'll be able to see it on the playback. I am back in 0696. Doesn't need milk. His body's mainly bone, so I'm sure his bones are strong enough as it is. But we should be nice to 096. Russell's. Yes, the mimetic fluid is a win. Oh, we are very nice and careful during recontainment. Good. The night before data expunged. Oh, alright, so wait, is that another one or is that just a joke? I'm not sure. There might be a night before data expunged, I don't know. Upvote the skips you love. Yeah! Brilliant. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, friends. Just a joke. Okay, good. We'll move on to the next tale. The next tale that we'll do on this Christmas Eve. And by the way, now that this is recorded, you can watch it again on Christmas. It'll be great. Fireplace, scotch, stories. You guys did a carol. It was amazing. So, this is holiday season. Anybody SCP fans can watch this all holiday season. And then next year's will be better, but we can still watch this one. It's still cool. Whatever. It's timeless. It's timeless. Not spherical. We're glad to be part of the community. We're glad you're a part of it too. We are the SCP community. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. At 93 minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit. The SCP community is probably the greatest art community of all time. Of all time. Because, A, we have standards, you know? And also because, you know what? Creative Commons, it's a collective. It's an art collective. You got the writers who write the things for the fandom, but you've also got the fandom can become writers at any time. You know, you love a TV show, but you can't write for a TV show. But right now, you can practice and get good enough to write an SCP. I did it. I wrote an SCP. That's pretty cool. I didn't think I could do it, and then I did it, and I feel like the bomb diggity. And by the way, if you didn't know that, SCP-3086, Death of the Author, etc., that's me. I wrote that. What? Crazy. So anybody can write an SCP, and it's got so many different facets, and there's, oh my god, and anybody can make stuff for it, And we're able to expand because there's not copyrights in the way. So guys like me can read SCPs on YouTube, and we can start to build a following and make a living and do more art things, and we can make more things, and Volgan can make things, and Eastside can make things, and JMO can make things, and everybody can make things. How incredible is that? That's so cool. And there's so many facets, and Noom is making that game, the 3008 game. That's going to be amazing. The Containment Breach, that's amazing. All of this stuff can be made. It's just so cool. The SCP community is so cool. What color are my eyes? Asked Ghosts. And my eyes are brown. Hair, eyes, brown. Full of shit. You know, up to here. That's right. So, yes, that is my rant on, oh my god, I love the SCP Foundation. Like, I have used SCP monsters in tabletop games. When I was GMing, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make this an SCP campaign for like a couple of weeks. And it's amazing. And I want to make voiceover demos. And people are like, hey, these voiceover demos are good. Let's do a YouTube channel. Amazing. And we want to make live action episodes. And people are like, Netflix should pick it up. And it's like, Netflix can't do nothing. It's not copyrighted. Let's Patreon a bunch of artists, and we'll get them to do it. Because I got a film crew waiting. I don't know if y'all have seen my Sherman J. Christensen YouTube channel or Facebook page. Because that's my personal stuff with all my like filmmaking stuff. And I know filmmakers. I know costume makeup people. I know like real people in this business. If we had the money to hire them, we could do stuff. Because those kind of people don't work for free. The only way to motivate people to do things is money. Oh. And Ethernet cable net neutrality. Net neutrality. We need to be able to access each other if we're going to keep the community going. Yes, this is 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, more net neutrality. Get on it. This is going to date us. 2017. December. That is when this happened, and you know because we keep mentioning net neutrality. Frickin' A. So, let's see. Ken's Festive Stories was amazing. The Night Before Redacted was amazing. This one's called The Ballad of Santa Troy. And so I need to get on this. Like, that sounds fun. The Ballad of Santa Troy. What is this all about? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm gonna have to go through this video later on and, like, go through and make sure all the stories actually have a link to, what's the phrase I'm looking for? A link to where the stories happen in the story. Because we have these great chat tangents, and I love chat tangents, and people will watch them all the way through. But also, people probably want to know where the stories are. So, the Ballad of Santa Troy. The Ballad of Santa Troy. Alright, so this is another 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I told you we were going to get a lot of The Night Before Christmases. So this is another 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. But that's okay. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is great. It's like the main Christmas poem. It's everything. It's everything. Mimetic Liquid. And by the way, Banana, Clef Saves Christmas is definitely on the list. In fact, we're going to do that next. I was just trying to space it out from Clef containing Christmas so we didn't double up on Clef. Short film Containment Breach Run. Yes, Not Spherical. I am familiar with Containment Breach Run and am deeply interested in keeping tabs on how it goes. Apparently, there's been like some development hell or something. I was talking to Volgan about it or something. I'm not sure, because he did like the poster for it or something, which is really cool. I love when like Volgan's an awesome graphic artist, so he did like their poster for Containment Breach Run, whatever. And that's so baller. Baller, 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 baller. But So yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. I want to see what happens. But I would also like to participate in their film or do my own. We'll get people. We'll do a thing. It'll be great. We'll kiss, we'll schmooze, we'll hang out. No. So, The Ballad of Santa Troy. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the site, everyone was busy typing up skips, well, except Bright. Pixel and Moose fought to keep peace in the chat, for the Christmas trolls had awoken, poor ones at that. Kalen was writhing, though snuggled in bed, for fears of awful skips were dancing through his head. Drew Bear sharpened his paws, and Zin fluttered her wings, preparing for the newbies, among other such things. When out from the wiki there arose such a clatter, and Cactus yelled, "By my spines, what on earth is the matter?" To the forums they flew, rejecting Gaffney in a flash, to see to their horror SCP-231 musings like a rash. The questions of Data Expunge briefly fluttered on the page. For an eternity these would come, but must never be allowed to age. When suddenly there came to the mod's beleaguered eyes a man in an ornate sled that made them cry. With joy, of course. 'Twas an English professor, clad in red, that would soon get him laid. I don't know what his shoes looked like, I'll assume they were suede. His writing was indistinguishable. It was indistinguishable. His writing was indistinguishable. His writing was indistinguishable. It was dope as hell. They knew immediately his identity. It could only be Troy L. Santa Troy, the staff all called with glee. What have you brought us? Unfinished business 3? Santa Troy stood there proudly, majestically sporting his beards. From his sack came fresh articles that quickly dissuaded our fears. On Clef, on Sorts, on Soreless, on Kate. I got you these articles, now read them and rate. On Eric, on Weizong, on Anksha and Crane. Prepare your eyeballs, 'cause I'm making it rain. On Esco, on Vivax, and the rest of them too. I gave you the articles, now you know what to do. We were all in awe. We all were in awe. We all were in awe of Santa Troy's swag. He got back in his sled and shut up his bag. Troy L grabbed his pen and refilled it with ink, and then he was gone before we could blink. Everyone sighed sadly, for Santa was gone. But then we heard a voice from the great beyond. All right, you lazy fucks, it's time to write. Merry Skipmas to all, and to all a good night. Santa Troy, Ballad of Santa Troy. Yeah, he's the best. Santa Troy. Yes, brilliant. Man, I like this one a lot. I liked being able to, have all the staff members involved. It was an out-of-universe Christmas story. That was really cool. Okay, I'm checking out the chat, and we got, a Jar of Pickles made it. Hello, a Jar of Pickles. Saying indistinguishable with Sherm. Yeah, that's a problem, all right. Jar of Pickles got the membership, but something went wrong. That's weird. How do? We're trying to figure out, so Jar of Pickles is trying to figure out what's going on with the site. We've been chatting back and forth. Yeah, I'm not sure he's, yeah, we'll talk this over in the Discord later, because it's probably a technical thing, or a thing where you didn't apply to the site in a way, but something, I don't know. People, the site thing, you have to read the instructions very carefully, because they're really, really retentive about the instructions. Every instruction, read every instruction and make sure that it's all frickin', for sure, knowledged. Oh no, Sherman's looking at the chat. Think of something bold and funny to say. I like that. That's a good one. That was fun to say indeed. Sherm smokes weed confirmed. I don't know how you confirmed that. I'm a drinker. I'm drinking. There's no weed here. What are you talking about? I don't know. we're checking time zones. Time zones. Yeah, so for me, it's California time. It's 7:45 p.m. This is easy. I can do this all night. I mean, we've already done it for an hour and 45 minutes. Good job, Site-42. We're having a good night. But as long as I got people in the stream, I can do this forever. Let's keep it going. Let's go on to the next story. That was the Ballad of Santa Troy. It's currently at plus 33. Remember to go upvote Santa Troy if that's a thing you're on board for. Sherm, thoughts on the crossover category on the wiki? Oh my god, I love the crossover category. It is hilarious. Actually, our friend of the site, SCP radio staff member, Angry Hedgehog, I made her look at the slash crossover section. She's going to do a bunch of videos from that because she loves that kind of stuff. She already did a couple of the slash fiction, the fanfic version. Maybe not the slash fiction. That's a different fiction. I got to get my fictions right. I'm an old man. I don't understand this fanfic stuff. Y'all make it weird. Y'all make it weird. I don't know what you're doing. No, she did the fan fiction contest, but we both have to do the fan fiction and the crossover contest because that's going to be hilarious. So now is the moment you've all been waiting for. We've had Clef contain Christmas, but now Clef is going to save Christmas. So let's go up to how Dr. Clef saved Christmas. Do 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 do. Not copyright, don't copyright me. I'm just doing a song, singing a song. It's pretty good. Ignore me while I'm typing and stuff. No, I broke it. I have to start over. Why? Why do you do this to me? Damn you, internet. Saves Christmas. Dr. Clef saved Christmas. Man, everybody in the chat is just like, what up, dog? 420J. Is 420J o'clock wherever you are, apparently. Just so you know. Just so you know. Jar Pickles wants to know what time we are on Discord. All the time, random times. It's kind of off and on, but it's a better mailbox than the comment section of the videos. So that's a better way to get a hold of someone if you're looking for them. Discord is like the best. Discord, I didn't even have a Discord. Like, I'd never been on Discord until Pabs approached me and he's like, yo, dog, I will make Site-42 a Discord. And I'm like, yes, Pabs. I don't know what a Discord is, but let's do it. And he did, and now we have this amazingly well-organized Discord because I ripped off the format of SCP Declassified's Discord. If you like my Discord for Site-42, go to SCP Declassified, because their Discord is also baller. Meanwhile, how Dr. Clef saved Christmas. That's what we're doing now. Inhabited nor not spherical, confinement is the tits. I say all the time. You look at the Patreon links, Volgan needs patrons, I need patrons, Bung needs patrons. That's my three. If you give anybody your money, me, come on, me. Volgan, because, come on, Volgan. And Bung, because confinement is amazing. And also, if Angry Hedgehog gets a Patreon, then, yeah, well, I'll hype her too, because, yes, Hedgehog. If you can get Bung to hang out with us, more power to you. Like, we'll see what happens. That would... Baller. We're all friends here. SCP friends. SCP friends running the world. All aboard the hype train. Woo, woo. That's right. All right. Now, on to our next tale, friends. How Dr. Clef saved Christmas. After this break, brought to you by Mimetic Fluid. That's good memes. Oh, yeah. So, how Dr. Clef saved Christmas. The senior staff of Site-42 huddled in the conference room, warming themselves from the chill air of the cold mid-December morning. Coats and hats hanged on the wall and over the backs of chairs, ice and snow dripping onto puddles on the tile floor, as their owners drank strong black coffee from styrofoam cups and chatted idly. None of them knew why this emergency meeting had been called, nor why on such short notice, so early on a Sunday morning right in the middle of the holidays. The muffled conversation came to a halt as Site Director Ives entered the room, carrying a stack of notes and a reel of slides, and approached the podium in the front. The Site Director's suit was wrinkled, his tie undone, beads of sweat on the balding man's forehead, though the heater had yet to kick in. Oh, that was a mimetic fluid reaction. My apologies. Got a deal. Though the heater had yet to kick in, as he shuffled through his papers before addressing the group. Good morning, everyone, Ives said. Thank you for coming in on such short notice. I know it's early to discuss, and most of you had the day off, but we've got quite a lot to discuss, and there's a lot of work to be done. I've just finished up a conference call with the O5 Council, and I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Ives paused and shuffled through his notes again before continuing. At 0532 Greenwich time, we received an emergency distress signal from Area 36 near the magnetic North Pole. Security personnel reported that unidentified aircraft had been observed entering the zone of exclusion around SCP-4040's main facility, and they believed a hostile attack was imminent. Ives paused. 3 minutes later, we lost all contact with Area 36. We attempted to race SCP-4040 directly and got no response as well. We went into high alert at that time. We dispatched Mobile Task Force Alpha 7 from Montreal, and they arrived at the scene at approximately 0930. I've set up the reel of slides on the projector sitting on the front desk, and pulled a screen down from its place along the wall. Adelstein, could you dim the lights, please? Adelstein flicked the switches by the front door, casting the room into darkness as Ives turned on the slide projector. When MTF A7 arrived, this is what they found. Ives pressed a button and a slide popped up on the screen, depicting a single small house, alone on the Arctic tundra. What remained of that house, anyway. The windows had been smashed in, the door kicked open. Its interior lay bare to the cold Arctic winds and the perpetual winter twilight. Fixing the sleep mode. Arctic twilight. A giant candy cane standing in front of the dwelling had been smashed in two, and whatever color the building had been before, it was covered in a bizarre sort of ooze, dark and red, that dripped from the rooftops and formed crimson icicles, hanging by the dozens over the awning. It wasn't much better inside. Ives flipped to the next slide of the little house's parlor. Furniture overturned and broken. Cabinets emptied onto the floor haphazardly. Everything covered in that strange, thick, red ichor. Ichor. One of those words. The annex was the same, except for bodies. The next slide showed a tiny humanoid, no more than 4 feet tall, dead on the floor. Its skin was horribly burned and fused together like it had been set on fire. Its flesh fused to its tiny green outfit, and also soaked in red. We found 16 SCP-4040-3 dead in the annex, 184 unaccounted for, no survivors that we've been able to locate. The entire on-site security team was also KIA. What about SCP-4040-1? Asked Dr. Johnson. As of this time, MTF A7 has been unable to locate SCP-4040-1 or his remains. Ives said as he flicked through several more slides, every one showing a similar scene of devastation to the Arctic workshop. And all 9 instances of SCP-4040-2 are missing as well, I'm afraid. Ives signaled for Adelstein to turn the lights back on as he shut off his projector. Sorry, I didn't know who was talking, so I missed that voice. Area 36 is a total loss, and almost all of SCP-4040 is either dead or in the hands of a hostile power. As you all know, it's now slightly less than 5 days until this year's scheduled occurrence of Event 1225-Pinnacle. In light of the damage to the facility, even if we're able to recover the surviving elements of SCP-4040, I'm afraid that I've stopped in mid-sentence as he looked out over the researchers. I'm sorry, he continued after collecting himself. I've seen a lot of shit go down in my day, and I never thought I'd have to say something like this. But it looks like we're going to have to cancel Christmas. The room was aroar with worried exclamations. Cancel Christmas? No presents? What'll I tell the kids? Please, everyone, calm down, Ive said as the group fell silent. We're collecting the available evidence as fast as we can, but what we need right now is an information management. The O5 Council feels that given our minimal lead time, Procedure 1843 Scrooge Haymarket 4, that's the Elves Union Goes on Strike story, by the way, is the appropriate cover story to disseminate to the media. We should be able to cover this up and keep the civilian world from getting too worried about Santa's absence until we get a substitute toy delivery up and running. Dr. Jones raised his hand. Do we have any suspects yet? All we know for sure is it wasn't the GOC and it wasn't the Reds, I've said. We've been in contact with Geneva and Moscow since this whole thing started, and they're as much in the dark as we are. It doesn't look like a CI job either. The signs just aren't there. There aren't any bullet casings either. Whoever took this place down, they did it without firing a single shot. Dr. Michael spoke up next. What about that ooze all over the place in the photos? It's not elf blood, is it? No, thank God, Ives replied. That's the strangest thing of all, really. The lab boys are still trying to figure it out, but as far as we can tell, it's tomato sauce. Ordinary, run-of-the-mill, 5 cents a can tomato sauce with a little extra salt. Anyway, there'll be time for a Q&A later. We've got to get started on this. Ives picked up his briefcase from next to the podium, set it on the table, and opened it up to reveal several manila folders packed with pre-prepared documents. This is what we'll be working from and what I want you to disseminate to your personnel under your authority. Anderson, get this out to the press ASAP. The LA Times, the New York Post, CBS, NBC, ABC, BBC, CBC, everyone. Yes, sir, Anderson said. Jenkins, get the AFL-CIO and the Teamsters on the line. See if we can arrange some sympathy strikes with the Elves Union. Right away, boss, Jenkins replied. Clef, I want you to liaise with the Republican Party. Have Goldwater or someone give a pro-Santa speech. There was no response. A confused mutter filled the room as researchers looked around for the missing administrator. Has anyone seen Clef? Oh, God. All right, so this story is long as fuck. So we're going to take a chapter break, have a drink, talk in the chat a little bit. So welcome to the chat. Don't drop my phone on the ground. That's a bad idea, Sherman. Don't do it. Hello, chat. It's good to see you guys again. Hello, chat room, my old friend. Wee chat. Thanks, Russell. That's where we start. Hello. Hello, Russell. Perfect. Forged by Fire is making the savior of all aquatic... Is it Aquaman? Is that Aquaman you're telling me about? Ghost 007C asked if I can show us our cat-shaped anomaly. Alright. So, does everybody want to meet my cat? Is that what we're going to do on the stream right now? Welcome to my home. SCP edition. Say hello to my cat. That's... Russell's like, yes! Dilligast's like, yes! Cat time! Show us your cat! Everyone wants a cat. Okay. Welcome to approximately the 2-hour mark of Site-42's holiday special, otherwise known as Show Us Your Cat. One moment, I will go find Giacomo. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Giacomo. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Site-42's resident feline, Giacomo. this is Giacomo, and I can only hold him downstairs for a short time right now because when the living room is rearranged, he gets really scaredy. So he's hanging out on my lap for a moment, but he's already trying to scatter because Giacomo hates it when there's extra things in the living room. So, like, he's already attempting to flee. Bye, Giacomo. Thank you for saying hello to our guests. And now, I'll be back one more time because I am actually allergic to cats. I have a cat. I'm allergic to cats. If I touch my face, I will die. So, BRB one more time after I wash my hands because cat dander is my kryptonite. Bye! Cool. And then I'll turn off this hallway light and the kitchen light. And I won't break anything. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Back to the chat. Chat about the cat. That's the thing. Cat with OCD. Yeah, my cat has OCD. Giacomo sees this. I don't know if you saw the behind the scenes, but this is all of my camera and laptop are on an ironing board being held up. And so he has already tried to make it to the litter box, and he did, that was the anomalous thing when I told you about my cat earlier. He went to go use the litter box, and he's already really scared of the living room. So we didn't want to freak him out by, like, loud noises while he was, doing his thing. Where did my scotch go? Oh, there we go. Don't lose my mimetic fluid. Ah! Top that off. Fantastic. So let me check out the chat real quick. I was able to color my fetching cat, but that's because I had it from a kitten. Dog and kitty, totally not an eldritch abomination planning to obliterate the universe as we know it. Of course he's not. Of course not. No. Not at all. The cat does look like a reality bend like 795. How did I find the SCP Foundation? Asks a jar of pickles. It's funny, I don't remember. I actually don't remember how I found the SCP Foundation. It happened a couple years ago, and I don't remember what SCP I found first or anything like that. But I started using the SCP Foundation for my games, for my tabletop games. We were playing a Dresden Files Fate Core system tabletop game. And I did a couple, like, 3 or 4 week campaigns where we investigated an SCP Foundation facility. And it was pretty sweet. Let's see. Having a cat while I'm allergic, that is dedication. It is. I mean, to be wholly honest, my wife, I had never owned a cat, but my wife has had these cats for years. When we started dating, they were kittens, and now they are full-grown cats. And I just always take my, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Allergy medicine. I always take my Allegra, and it keeps me from dying just by being in the house. But if I touch my face, life over. It's done. But no, Giacomo and Giacomo's sister Dora are my babies. They are wonderful. And I can't bring Dora downstairs because she hates being picked up. She will never be picked up, so... But they're twins, so you've seen Giacomo. Dora's very similar. Let's see, we're getting good research information on this mimetic liquid. I know, it does all sorts of things. Much properties. Can't stop looking at the fake fireplace. Yes, this high definition, very high quality, anomalous fireplace that I have locked dimensionally inside my television set. Site-42 Discord is the real SCP-001. Confirmed! Confirmed! SCP-001 is Site-42 Discord server. Ha! Dusty says, that's a pretty dangerous medic agent your cat has there, making you die if you touch your face with the cat fur. Oh yeah, it's dangerous. A Jar of Pictures asks if I mean Super Jesus. Well, I could mean Bread Jesus. Bread Jesus is amazing. The Foundation brainwashed Sherm. No, they didn't. They wouldn't do that. No, they didn't amnesticize me after they hired me. That's not a thing they would do. Come on. A ton of people start spamming. If a ton of people start spamming the chat, then I won't be able to catch up, but that's fine. Was a game, something about a... Containment Breach is an internet game. So that's on the internet. The game I played was a tabletop game. So it was like Dungeons and Dragons, but easier because Fate Core is somewhat simpler. And then it was based on the Dresden Files series of books, because I love the Dresden Files. They're an amazing series of books. If you don't read the Dresden Files, read the Dresden Files. They're amazing. Jim Butcher is my homeboy. And then, so it's a tabletop game based on the Dresden Files, but because I was GMing, I got to put SCP stuff in there because I wanted to, because it's my game, and my players loved it because it's amazing. Time to wear a tinfoil hat? Yes. Sherm, have I ever watched the videos of a really cool YouTuber known as Nightmind? Nightmind, I think he's the guy who did like the 20-minute like welcome to the SCP video, right? That was a really good video. Tengu made it to the stream. Hello, Tengu. My favorite SCPs, Jar of Pickles ask. And this will be my last question before we start the next chapter of the story. My favorite SCPs are as follows. It's a tie. It's a three-way tie. SCP-3999, because I love super meta things. SCP-3043, because I love meta and film noir things. And SCP-008-J, because Jeff is like the best dude on the planet. And I've recorded all of those SCPs, so go to my archive after the stream. Check out 3999, 3043, and 008-J. Jeff's amazing. I love Jeff. Jeff is so cool. Hey, mate. Just came to see the gents. Friend me on Facebook. Smiley face. He's wonderful. Jeff is the nicest guy. He's my favorite dude. Yes, Russell. Jeff must be a reality better. That's the only way he can get into all these situations. 2006 is really good. Spoopy. Too spoopy for you. He's really cool. Dilligaff. Oh, 20 minutes? That's a really long time, Dilligaff. I'm so sorry. You can catch it on the back half, because this is a really long story. Like, we might not be done by the time you come back. This might be a 3-hour stream. Like, we still have 12 people. That's as many people as we started with. So as long as you guys are still entertained, I'm still going. This is a marathon. I still got half a bottle of scotch. We can do this all night. All night, Site-42 holiday party. What? We ended the last part of the chapter with, has anyone seen Clef? Fitzroy the elf woke up with a start as a bright light shone in his face. His joints ached. His skin still burned from the hot liquid that the men in green costumes had sprayed him down with, and his head was pounding. He opened his aching eyes slowly, trying to adjust the glare of the bright lights. He looked around. He found himself in a massive room with high ceilings and distant walls. His feet were shackled to the chair in which he sat, and a second chain bound him around the waist, leaving only his arms free. In front of him sat a long bench, one of 5 stretching the length of the room, before which sat scores of other elves shackled as he was. In front of each of them, as in front of him, sat a curious collection of accessories. A hot plate, a spoon, a potato peeler, a kitchen knife, and an ice chest. Fitzroy struggled with his swimming head as he tried to remember how he'd gotten here. It had been just another morning in the week before the big day, just another shift making toys for the boss's big delivery. At least it had been until the lights went out and the men in green busted down the doors. He could see a few of them marching back and forth between the benches even now, their green dresses, or togas maybe, dragging on the floor behind them, their matching spiked crowns obscuring their faces and shadows, and each of them wearing a tank over their shoulders connected to a nozzle that spewed that burning hot red fluid that had scalded his friends to death as they grabbed him and injected him with something before tossing him in a sack. Fitzroy didn't have time to contemplate the circumstances of his captivity, or what fate had befallen the boss, before a loud and evil voice rang out over a loudspeaker hidden in the rafters, echoing throughout the cavernous building. "Good evening, my happy little elves," the voice declared. "I'm afraid there's been a little change in the work schedule this holiday. For the next couple days, you'll be working quadruple shifts. Meal and smoke breaks are canceled, and you won't be making toys anymore. You'll be making something different." The speaker snickered to itself. "We've got a big quota to make in time for the big day, and I'm counting on your magic little fingers to make it happen. And once this is finished, you can all go back to your happy little elf families, safe and sound. Oh, and by the way," the voice added, "I have your boss and his delightful little animal friends in captivity as well. If you resist, or fight back, or don't work your hardest, well, I can't guarantee that I won't be eating reindeer sausage this Christmas." The speaker laughed, his wicked cacophonous fat howl echoing over the booming speakers. "Ha ha 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 ha! Now then, no time to waste. Get started. You'll find the recipe guide in the cooler. Start by warming your hot plate up to medium high, then go ahead and add a few tablespoons of butter." What? Chapter end. Chapter end. That was a short chapter. What? That was easy peasy. Oh my lord. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Yes. Good chapter. Is this next chapter short or long? This next chapter is short. I'll tackle the next chapter too. Let's keep going. This is an easy chapter. Let's do it. Let's do it. "Extra, extra," shouted the newsagent of the dozens of somber businessmen passing his stand on Fifth Avenue. "Special edition Elves Union pulls out of negotiations. LBJ demands immediate resolution to Christmas catastrophe." A man in a trench coat and fedora hat flipped a nickel to the newsman as he grabbed a copy of the New York Times off the stack, unfolding it and reading it as he walked. "Christmas in perilous strike continues. Elves threaten to stay off job until after New Year's. First canceled Christmas since 1896, says Santa Claus. Is there still a reason for the season?" The man folded the newspaper up as he crossed 59th Street, approaching the throng of people outside of FAO Schwartz. With no kindly elf to deliver toys for their kids, the parents of the city had gone mad. The man peered in the window at the shelves almost bare, as men in suits practically engaged in tugs of war over stuffed animals and Barbie dolls. "You must have more bicycles in the back. Do you have any more Jack Proton toys? I'll pay anything, anything. Whatever she's paying for that doll, I'll pay double." The man was standing by the door with a box of teddy bears and auctioning them off to the highest bidder as the man in the coat made his way past. People were waving bundles of cash in the air, a look of desperation in their faces as if they were bidding on the last loaf of bread in Manhattan. The man decided to take his leave before the police showed up and found his way to a phone booth on the corner. Closing the door behind him to keep out the winter chill, he fished through his pockets for change as he dialed 7 digits and dropped a dime into the slot. The phone rang 5 times before his intended contactee picked up. "Hello, Doc. It's me." "Who's this?" It's nobody. Listen, Crumbkite was right. This place is going insane." "So?" "We're gonna have to speed up production. We need at least 10,000 more units. We need to be able to get them on the shelves by Christmas Eve." "Are you crazy? I can't work that fast." "This is our golden opportunity, Doc. Every toy store on the island is sold out. All these people out here gotta get something under their Christmas tree before now that Santa's out of business. That something could be your toys." "What if something goes wrong? You know this technology isn't perfect yet." "Relax, Doc. There's a once-in-a-lifetime shot. If we play this right, every boy and girl in Manhattan is going to be playing with one of your toys. And once the word gets out, this could be the year the whole world learns the name Wondertainment." Oh, snap! Wondertainment's going to fill in the gap. Oh, man. Banana! drama. C-Jops, your bottle of Crown is empty? No! That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Not Spherical sent me a friend request on Discord. We're going to be buddies soon, my man. Buddies. Russell drinks the beer. I drink the beer when I'm not drinking the scotch. I'm a equal opportunity drinker. Do all the things. Mimetic liquid for the win. Everyone's going to be friends on Discord. We're all friends on Discord now. And by the way, from now on, if you're in Site-42's Discord server, I don't care what you're drinking. If it's alcoholic, it's mimetic liquid. That's the term now. We can't change it. It's canon. Headcanon confirmed. Wah. Forge of Fire is about to get attacked by something. Dangerous game. Well, oh my lord, we have 20 likes on a live stream. That's never happened before. Welcome to a world where we have people watching the show. This is amazing. Oh my god, what? Why would you swirl an empty glass? That's silly. Let's get some more mimetic liquid. More mimetic liquid. Slow and steady drinks the race. 21 likes? What the hell is this? This is a new world order. I don't know what's going on. Site-42 is the most popular hangout spot. Holiday party. All right. So, here we go. Man, 22 likes. Who threw that dislike? Can't please them all. I'm glad to please most of you. At least we're not in negative something. Dear God. Swirling an empty glass is just the mimetic effect of mimetic liquid. You're right, C-Jops. You got this on lock. All right. The following chapter of the thrilling How Clef Saved Christmas. Dr. Jacob Andrews, flashlight in hand, made his way through the dark, cramped basement of Site-19. Most people barely even knew the basement existed, let alone had a reason to go down there and root around the old stacks of spiritualist quack artifacts and mothballed electronics from World War II, and reams of handwritten SCP files from the days when things like radium and daguerreotypes were considered anomalous. Andrews had his reason. Nobody had seen Dr. Clef since the meeting yesterday morning. Everyone assumed he'd gone home, or walked out, or holed up in one of the labs, or something. Andrews knew better. Passing the shelves of preserved Egyptian mummies and turning left at the Olmec head. Olmec head. That's a Legend of the Hidden Temple reference, I think. Andrews reached the brick wall and counted off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bricks before he grabbed onto the masonry and pulled. The wall opened up instantly, and the smell of salt water and kelp hung heavy in the air as Andrews descended the stairs into the hidden grotto beneath Site-19. Andrews admired the seashell motif along the walls, turning off his flashlight as he approached the well-lit area at the bottom of the stairs. A new smell struck Andrews as he entered the main room of the massive cave, the undeniably distinctive scent of simmering cream, and the frizzle of potatoes gently sautéing in bacon grease, and the undeniably savory aroma of Mercenera, Site-19ia. Mercenaria Site-19ia, the unique species of quahog found in the waters of this grotto. The meandering tunnels and low ceilings of the Chowder Cave could be next to impossible for a stranger to navigate. But Dr. Andrews was no stranger, and in 30 seconds flat, he found himself in the kitchen of this subterranean base where Dr. Alto Clef, dressed in his black chef's coat, stood over the stove, stirring a pot and flipping potatoes into his skillet. A dozen spice jars opened on the shelf beside him. I thought I'd find you down here, Alto, Andrew said to the inward-focused chef. Chef Clef, lowered his spoon into the creamy broth simmering on the stovetop and brought it to his lips. Needs white pepper, he muttered to himself. We've been worried about you, Alto. Have you been down here all night? I gotta get this batch just right, Jacob, Clef replied. We both know I'm the only person in the entire Foundation qualified to deal with the man behind the Santa napping. You don't know it was him, Andrew said. Just because the North Pole was covered with tomato sauce doesn't mean this was the Nobody even eats that shit anymore, Clef responded angrily, turning away from the stove as he pulled the potatoes off the flame. Who else could it be? He hasn't been seen since that cook-off in Rhode Island 5 years ago. The one that almost got you killed. Don't remind me. If I had half a second sooner with the parsley, I would have... Stop, Alto, Andrews said. You haven't put on that coat in 5 years now. You're not getting any younger. And, well, we all count on you to keep this place together. Santa counts on us too, Clef said. Those GOC bastards would have turned the North Pole into glass years ago if it weren't for us keeping an eye out for the old man. And we've let him down. And if there's anything I can do to help him, even means going back on my promise never again, then I'll do it. Andrew sighed. I can see you've got your heart set on this then. The doctor turned around and began to make his way back to the stairs. Wait! Clef shouted. I could use your help. Just like old times, huh? Clef smiled. Make sure the chowder clopters... What the fuck is a chowder clopter? What the fuck is a chowder clopter? No, chowder clopter, no. Get out of here. Get your chowder clopter out of here. We don't need your chowder clopters. Clef smiled. Make sure the chowder copter is fueled up and ready to go. Oh, and see if you can grab some white pepper from the site pantry. Chapter ends. Let's check out the chat while we get rid of that chowder clopter. Chef. Chowder copter. That's what the word is. That's what the word is. The bird is the word. The chowder copter is the word. Yeah. Chowder Clef's lair. Chowder Clef. Chowder copter. Chowder copter. Chowder Clef. That's where we are now. I don't know, guys. I had heard the phrase chowder clef before. Like, I had heard the name chowder clef before. But I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know it was a real thing. I don't know what's going on. This canon is new to me. I don't know what's going on. Everything is weird. Roaring, anomalous fireplace. A little bit of a present here. Merry Christmas stocking with SCP-1933 on it. A delightful toy truck for the children's. So what would we make an anomalous stocking? If a stocking were anomalous, what would it be? What would be anomalous about a stocking, huh? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just thinking out loud. Just thinking out loud. Oh, Forge of Fire is going to die tonight. Forge of Fire is being stalked by a terrible thing. That is, it's a dangerous game. A stocking that you turn down upside down, and it's endless coal. A pocket dimension with endless candy. Or coal. Either way, it's full of something. And you probably don't want that something. Not spherical checked out the video of RoboDude versus Pesterbot. Thank you for enjoying that video. I loved doing that. Because the Pesterbot is like the best character on the entire wiki. Hands down, you can fight me. Pesterbot's amazing. And now, we return. Good Gamer Guy says, I just saw your t-shirts and I love the one that said, did you just assume my object class? I know, right? I wanted to like Tumblr that a little bit. I thought of that and I was like, oh my god, that's a t-shirt. That's the thing. Did you just assume my object class? What? Did you just assume my object class? I just thought it was funny. I just threw it on a shirt. Like, I have too much power. I have a t-shirt press. I have a website that lets me make t-shirts of anything. And it's just too much power. When you're able to make a t-shirt of anything you think of, that's too much power for any man to have. Banana's going to say a thing one more time. What's the last thing Banana's going to say? Net neutrality! It's so important! 146 minutes into this stream. Net neutrality. Do it again. Net neutrality everywhere. Boom. Also, this is, now that we're doing net neutrality, Volgan is here at the stream. Welcome, Volgan, to the holiday of Site-42. We're doing the thing. Yeah, we've been here all night. Like, it's a great party. Like, I don't know how many people have come and gone because I can't see the YouTube statistics. But we are like 8 stories in. And a Christmas Carol. We had a great sing-along earlier. Like, it was crazy talk. Let's see, what's the next chapter of this story, huh? Oh my god, okay. The next chapter of this story is really, 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 really long. It's a very long story we're about to go into. This chapter, really long. So let's, alright, is everybody ready for this? Okay, the last thing we ended off on was make sure the chowder copter is fueled up and ready to go. Oh, and see if you can grab some white pepper from the site pantry. On to the next chapter of How Dr. Clef Saved Christmas. General Thomas Dawes made his way down to a hallway deep within the secret recesses of the North American Aerospace Defense Command. On its left, he was followed by researcher James, special liaison from the Foundation. Headcanon already. James Talleyrand. Boom, it's on. On the right followed another military man, his uniform green in Dawes' blue. Colonel Arthur T. Becker, special liaison from the Global Occult Coalition. General, researcher James said, I'd like to state again my formal opposition to the GOC having an official presence here. The position on SCP-4040 is well established, and it simply isn't conducive to our purposes here. The Global Occult Coalition stands by its beliefs that the rogue entity designated KTE-4040-1 is a clear and present danger to the international security, General, Colonel Backer stated with a smirk. But be that as it may, it is the full intention of High Command to adhere to the terms of the March 1953 Memorandum of Understanding with the Foundation regarding that entity. I don't know if my kids would agree that Santa Claus is a rogue entity, Colonel. General Dawes says the trio approached his locked door at the end of the hallway and the general rang its doorbell. But let's see if we can find him first before we figure out what to do with him. A guard on the other side of the door answered it. Area! Attention! The airman shouted, signaling the dozens of airmen in the dimly lit room to stand at attention before the general ordered them back to their posts. James looked back and forth, taking the surroundings as best he could. Beneath the dim red lights, men sat in rows at radar terminals, each of them scrutinizing half a dozen or more of the tiny green monitors. Half a dozen officers sat at banks of phones, most of them in the middle of discussions with Washington, or Moscow, or Beijing, or who knows where. This is where the magic happens, gentlemen. General Dawes said as he swept his arm out of the room. Out over the room. Most people think all we do here at NORAD is watch for a Soviet airstrike. That's part of it, sure. But we've got Husdids. Husdids is a word that's not a word. Well, we've got hundreds of top-secret radar arrays all over the world that feed directly into this room. We could probably break the Department of Defense's budget just sitting here, around the clock, tracking every last bird in the sky all around the world. The general laughed to himself. But that's not what this equipment is for. This is magic radar, you see. Magic radar? Colonel Bakar asked skeptically. The High Command was not aware NORAD was in possession of magical equipment. Oh, it's not the radar itself that's magical, Colonel, General Dawes replied. These radar arrays are specifically designed to track flying objects powered by magic. That's what we use this system for on this day every year. To track Santa's sleigh. The general turned to one of the men on the phones. Any news from the Kremlin, Captain? Niet, sir, the officer replied, stifling a chuckle at his own joke. No sign of the big man. If you don't mind my asking, researcher James chimed in, how is any of this going to help us figure out who kidnapped Santa or where they've taken him? As soon as we got the call from the White House that Santa was missing, General Dawes answered, we started poring over the logs from these arrays. Sure enough, we had some readouts. Whoever got a hold of Santa and his reindeer got on that sleigh and flew it into the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin. By the time the Green Berets got there, though, they were long gone. They must have loaded the sleigh and the reindeer onto a truck or something and moved them by land from there. Anyway, it's the morning of Christmas Eve now, of course. But Christmas Day officially started in the Western Pacific about 7 hours ago. Everyone knows Santa does his work at the stroke of midnight. And we've got 17 midnights to go. So, what? James asked. Well, whoever's got Santa, they haven't made any ransom demands. Our guess is they want him to do something for them this Christmas. Why take the reindeer and the elves as well? They want the elves to make something and they want Santa to deliver it. And he'll have to do that at midnight. As soon as he makes his move, we'll know where it is. Deliver what? Colonel Baker asked. Guns? Bombs? Germ warfare? This is sounding more and more like a Pizzicato situation, General. That's just wild guessing, James responded. We can't just jump to conclusions here. I will not be second-guessed by a cut-rate mad scientist researcher, Colonel Baker snapped. Mad scientist? That's a laugh coming from a John Wayne wannabe like you. After the mess you idiots made of SCP-1609, I wouldn't trust you to neutralize a stray dog. I've read your dossier, James. You're not even qualified to be in this room. Why don't you go back to Site-42 and talk to your, what was it, toilet ghost? That's butt ghost to you, you asshole! This is researcher James with the butt ghost! No! No! Why? You fucker! Who did this? Whose fault is this? No! God damn it! Butt ghost out of nowhere! Random butt ghost for researcher James! Ah! Man! No! I'm back. I don't know. Guys, I can't live. I'm hurt. I'm hurt so bad. I need mimetic fluid to live. Mimetic fluid, come to me. Oh, man. Jack is back watching the stream. Yay. Butt ghost. Okay, here we go. We're back. Butt ghost. Gentlemen, General Dawes shouted. You can't fight in here. This is the war room. James and Backer stared silently at Dawes, a mixture of confusion and disdain in their eyes. My wife loves that movie, Dawes said. General, shouted one of the airmen at the terminals, we've got something. The three rushed over to the crowd and crowded around the airman's chair, where a single blip was moving toward the top right of one of the screens. What are we looking at here, Airman? Colonel Backer asked. It's over the Midwest now, sir, Airman replied. Supersonic speed, definitely magical, hitting 6 degrees north by northeast. Huh. What is it? Asked James. If it keeps that heading, it'll be in New York City by sunset. New York City, Dawes said to himself. What could Santa want in New York City? Chowder. James mumbled under his breath. Excuse me? Backer asked. I said I'm Chaplain. Yes, Project Chaplain. False alarm, General. That's one of our birds. Backer stared James down, a skeptical glare in his eyes. Our intelligence did not indicate that the Foundation was in possession of magical aircraft. It's a new project, top secret. We've been developing a plane capable of keeping up with SCP-1115. It looks like it's just a test run. See how it flutters back and forth a little from its heading? That's how it works. Can't share all the details of mixed company. You understand, Colonel. SCP-1115? Those flying robots? General Dawes chuckled. Good luck keeping up with them. They had me try to shoot one down in P-38 back during the war. I was lucky to have made it out alive. Well, false alarm as this may be, Backer asked, I really should let High Command know what the current situation is. Is there a private phone nearby? 2 rooms down, Dawes said. Airman Rodriguez will show you the open line. That's chapter end, but this is a really short final chapter, so we're going to move on. Not final, just the next chapter is really short. Let's keep going. High Command switchboard, how may I direct your call? Put me through to General Abrams at once. Gold priority, security code Delta Omicron 669 or Epsilon Tau. One moment, General. Colonel. This is General Abrams speaking. Santa's in New York. The Foundation already has a bird in the air en route. Coordinates? Unknown at this time. They've got magic radar. Get our primary radar online and watch their bird. It flutters. Once they do the groundwork, they'll no doubt set Santa loose on his sleigh. And then we neutralize KTE 4040, I assume. My thoughts exactly, General. Ba-da-da! We're gonna kill Santa. Aw, man. Chapter break. Mimetic fluid. And some chat. Let's see what we're doing. Chowderclef. Remember to drop the like on the stream. I will eat anyone who doesn't like the stream. We did that. Handler 42, we're observing Agent 4 copies all. 25 is a new high. Can we get it 30? Oh, I hear whistling outside my door. It must be a stalker. I was going to sleep tonight, but then Sherm is too epic while under the effects of mimetic fluid. Is there a task force designed to take down rogue SCPs? I'm sure all the task force do that, Jar Pickles. I'm sure they do that all the time. That's like a thing they do. Like, task forces are sent all over the place. Forge Fire, we're observing your perimeter. Witness, we all need mimetic fluid. We all need mimetic fluid. Forge Fire, I feel unhealthy. Very unhealthy. That's not good. Mimetic fluid light. Excellent, Russell. And this is a long story. We need a little more mimetic fluid. Does beer count? Beer is a mimetic fluid. As long as it has an alcohol content, it is considered a mimetic fluid. The whistling is much louder and I'm unable to sleep. I'm scared. Well, don't hug him. He's scared. Root beer. Only any jar of pickles if it's a hard root beer. Site-42 canon. All researchers are required to drink mimetic fluid. It's how we keep sharp. This is So those who don't know, in the Site-42 Discord server right now, we have a couple of our ardent fans working on a Site-42 canon. The idea is that maybe if the channel is popular enough and it doesn't look douchey to like do it, we can make Site-42 an actual secure location on the like secure location list, because Site-42 isn't listed right now. And Site-42 could be that, but at least one of our guys wants to make Site-42 the new LOL Foundation. And the reason we want to do that is because SCP-3999-J is contained at Site-42. And that is the one where researcher Talaran is faking 3999 for the funsies. Exactly. So Site-42 could be like the new LOL Foundation, where it's not like the LOL Foundation where it was just like Mary Sue site avatars doing funny things, but it's like Mary Sue's, it's not really that funny. But like actual funny jokes. And we can do that if we keep writing funny jokes, because 3999 is really funny. Sorry, 3999-J. It's really funny. So if we keep doing -J's, sorry, mimetic fluid reaction, if we keep doing dash J's in that line, we could have a Site-42 that's like actually like super comedy funny. And that'd be fun. That'd be a fun thing. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy who's like, put my thing on the site because I'm arrogant. So, if it comes around and it's good and people like it and we do it, huzzah! Happy to be a help, a catalyst, so to speak. Now, I hope everybody is refueled on their mimetic fluid, and we can move on to the next, oh my god. Oh my god. Russell just mentioned that 3999-J is real, and then he eats cheeseburgers. I'm really hungry. Like, I gotta have some dinner after this stream. I am starving all of a sudden. Man, food, oh god. We're gonna cut this off when I'm too hungry and I need to eat something. That's how this is gonna go down. Just so you know, this is when researcher Sherm needs to go get some food. 682, an endless source of food. You can eat them all day. Never stops. But I certainly can't stop halfway through a story. So I gotta get back to this next chapter. I do not quit. I am too legit for the quitting. Santa Claus hanged upside down above a giant vat of boiling clam juice. A rope tied around his ankles was the only thing keeping the not-so-jolly old man from falling to his doom in the steaming pot. In front of his field of vision stood his kidnapper, a grizzled old man dressed in a red chef's coat, a toque as red as blood on his head, a tomato embroidered over his heart. The man pinched and twirled his mustache as he paced back and forth in front of Santa. Reaching out to the control panel before him, he pulled the main lever a tiny bit, and the rope loosened, sending St. Nicholas hurtling a few inches closer to the pot. "It's not much I'm asking of you, Santa," the man said. "Just tell me the magic words I need to use to get those reindeers of yours into the air, and I'll be on my way. Once I've taken care of delivering my special presents to all the good little boys and girls, I'll let you go, and your elves and your reindeer, and you can go back to the north and rebuild your little house and your little factory. And you can go on like none of this ever happened." "Never!" Santa shouted defiantly, his voice echoing through the abandoned warehouse his captor had turned into a sweatshop over the past week. "I won't let you do whatever you're planning to all those good little children." "I was kind of hoping you'd say that," the man said as he pressed the intercom button on his console. "Libertines, do you copy?" "Yes, sir," a voice cracked into the radio. "Take one of the reindeer down to the basement. I don't care, the freak one with the atomic nose. We're eating good tonight." "No!" Santa shouted. "Please don't hurt Rudolph." "You know what you have to do to make this stop, Santa," the red man said. "Tell me the magic words." A tear fell from Santa's eye, rolling down his bald head and dripping into the clam juice where it boiled away instantly. "All right. Come here and I'll tell you everything." The man leaned over the edge of the pot as Santa, between his tears, told the man all the words he'd need to know. How to get the reindeer flying, how to break the sound barrier, how to stop time long enough to visit every house in the world before the sun came up. "I knew you'd see reason eventually," the kidnapper said. "I'll go ahead and call off that order of reindeer burgers now." The kidnapper recoiled in surprise from the horrific scream he heard as the instant he pressed the intercom button. "What is the meaning of this, Santa? I swear I'll butcher every one of those reindeer myself! The kidnapper's words were cut off as a flying porcelain bowl smashed into the side of his head. Shards flying every which way as piping hot cream splashed all over his immaculate coat. He turned towards the door where his guards were standing and saw them on the floor, coated in the same boiling broth that had now soiled his costume. Standing between them was his counterpart. Black coat, black hat, a massive tank strapped to his back, bowls hanging by the dozen from his utility belt, a long tube connecting the tank to a massive cannon in his hands, and a righteous sneer on his face as he eyed the man who had kidnapped Santa Claus. "Chowder Clef!" The man Manhattanite, Clef responded as he stared down the vermilion valet before him. I knew it was you the second I saw the pictures of Santa's workshop coated in Manhattan-style chowder. Impossible! There's no way you could have tracked me here! Quite possible indeed, you burgundy burglar of Christmas cheer, Clef replied as he approached his arch nemesis. The breed of clam you used was specific to the East River. Once I figured that out, it was a mere matter of checking through real estate records to find any disused waterfront warehouses that had changed hands recently. Now stand down. I'm taking you in and I'm letting Santa go. Don't you take another step! The Manhattanite dodged a blast from Chef's chowder cannon as he leapt towards the console, wrapping his hands around the control lever. One more step and Kris Kringle here is Santa stew! You monster! Clef shouted. What is it you want from St. Nick anyway? Nobody eats Manhattan-style chowder anymore, the Manhattanite mumbled to himself. Excuse me? Clef asked. Chowder! It's everywhere these days! From Suffolk to Seattle, to San Diego, from Lafayette to Las Vegas to Miami to Manitoba, from DC to Dallas, from Tampa to Timbuktu. You can't so much walk through a door of a seafood restaurant without having a bowl of it shoved in your face. But you know what, Chowder Clef? What? Everywhere you go, everywhere in the whole wide world, it's New England style. Nobody has time for any more simple joys of clams and tomato sauce. It's all heavy cream and bacon and potatoes and a splash of sherry. It makes my blood boil, Chowder Clef. Not that you can even boil that stuff. Oh no, it scalds the milk. We must be delicate with it. It's time the world got to know what real clam chowder is all about, my friend. That's why I've had the elves so hard at work this last week. They finished up an hour ago. You know, it's amazing how well the magic on that sleigh works. I didn't think we'd be able to load 3,268,896,174 gallons of piping hot chowder into the back. But believe it or not, it fits! 3,268,896,174 gallons? Clef said to himself as he came to a horrific revelation. Why, that's exactly, the Manhattanite shouted. Exactly 1 gallon for everyone! When the sun comes up on Christmas morning, all the little boys and girls aren't going to find hop-along boots and talking dollies under their Christmas trees. No, they're going to find the greatest gift of all, piping hot chowder! You're insane, Manhattanite, Chef yelled. You can't take away everyone's presents and give them your disgusting tomato soup. They'll detest it. We'll have a revolution on our hands. A revolution indeed, the Manhattanite shouted. A chowder revolution. We should cast down on New England oppressors once and for all. And it starts now. The Manhattanite jerked the control lever all the way down, snapping it off in his hand as Santa began to lower slowly towards the vat of clam juice. Your choice, chowder chump. Save Santa or chase me. The Manhattanite dodged 3 blasts from the chowder cannon as he leapt through the door at the edge of the room. Clef started to give chase but stopped himself. In less than 30 seconds, Santa would be in the soup. As fast as he could, Clef switched the control knob on the chowder cannon to setting 2 and poured a bowl of the creamy, savory end product into a bowl, gulping it as fast as he could. Strength welled within him. Omega-3 acids coursed him through his veins as the muscles seemed to double in size. Santa even fancied that he saw a stylized image of a clamshell appear on his bicep as Clef rolled up his sleeves, set his hands on the side of the boiling pot, and impervious to the pain from the hot steel, upended it and turned it on its side, spilling its deadly contents down the stairs and over the half-dozen guards in their Statue of Liberty dresses who had been on their way up to the stairs to confront the dark chef. A kitchen knife tossed from his utility belt severed the rope, and Santa fell into Clef's waiting arms before being set back on his feet. Why, if it isn't little Alto, Santa said, his typical joviality returning to his voice. I guess that easy bake oven I gave you when you were little paid off, didn't it? Are you okay, Santa? Nothing a long winter's nap won't fix, believe me. I'm putting you on my nice list for next year. There's still this year to worry about, Santa. Where's the sleigh? Clef stopped mid-sentence as he heard the jingling of bells outside the window and turned just in time to see Santa's sleigh ascending into the night sky, a bubbling pot of chowder sitting in the place of Santa's bag of toys. Ho, ho, ho! Merry The Manhattanite's voice echoed through the empty streets. Damn it, Clef shouted. We're too late! No need for impudent language, little Alto. It's not quite midnight yet, Santa said. He won't be able to use all my magic until it's Christmas Day. You can still catch him. No offense, St. Nick, but I know what your reindeer are capable of. My chowder copter might have magical clam powder, but even it can't keep up. There's no way I can catch him in time. Oh no! Santa winked and stuck his fingers into his mouth as he whistled. I can't whistle. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. I can't do this part. In a moment, an eerie red glow began to emanate from the staircase to the ground floor, and a single reindeer trotted up the stairs, past the libertines, rolling in agony as the chowder burned away their flesh, his bright red nose illuminating the room like a Christmas tree. You called, Santa? The reindeer asked. Chapter Finn. Let's take a break for Scotch and Chat Room. What's up, chat? See how you're doing. Jar Pickles. This story is crazy. It's awesome. I love it. I also love this. Easy baked chowder. Yes. Damn it, chat. Damn it, Clef. Sejops. I also want chowder so bad right now. Like, I don't know where to get some chowder, but I really want some chowder. Whistling is easy. You just pucker your lips and blow. I can, like, whistle like that, but I can't do, like, the really loud finger whistle. Like, the finger whistle is the impressive one. Like, that whistling's fine. I can't do the other one. Inhabited, not spherical. If you like this tale, by the way, if you like this tale, go upvote it. Upvote it all the hell. If you haven't upvoted it, go do it. I'm upvoting it right now. I'll upvote it later because, like, I'm way down the script. I don't want to miss my place. I'll come back to upvote it. Wow, what a very aggressive and intriguing tale. I know, right? Everyone's so angry. Everyone's so mad. It's amazing. That's good mimetic fluid. Hey guys, guess what? In 8 minutes, this stream will have been going on for 3 hours. Has anyone been here the whole 3 hours? Was anyone here from the start? Who was in on that? Because this is crazy. Like, we're gonna be here all night. What are we doing? I don't even know. I don't even know. Who's been here for 3 hours? Has anyone been here for 3 hours? I've been here for 3 hours. If you've been here for 3 hours, who's got the stamina for this? My God. Sejops has been here all night. What the heck? Marcellus Thomas has been here 2 hours. Witness, 20 minutes late. That still counts. That's cool. You're fine. Dilligaff, you're good. Like, that's so good. Stormclouds, I'm glad you made it back. That's cool. Do-do-do. We're gonna be here forever. This stream, this is the wonderful stream. This is so good. This is fun. Not Spherical and Banana are on board. They're lone pairs. Congratulations to everybody who has the stamina to do this all night long. All night, all night, all night long. All night, all night. That's alright. That's my gift to you for the 3 hour mark. That's what it is. All night long. Why? Sherman, just stop. Just stop. Thank you, Marcellus Thomas, for being on board. That's... what the heck. We need an SCP on mimetic liquid. Obviously, it's a very important part of the stream. Guys, look at those numbers right there. I don't know if you see, we had 18 viewers for a moment and 25 likes. That is a channel record. What? Welcome to the most epic holiday special ever. And I say most epic holiday special ever because I'm not sure anyone has ever done a live stream SCP holiday special. But I'm that guy. We did it. It's amazing. Go Site-42. We're boss. We're good. It's amazing. Okay. On to the next chapter. This just keeps going. I can already tell it's going to be nuts. Oh God. Santa and the elves stood on the roof of the factory in the darkness, looking out into the overcast sky for any sign. Santa checked his pocket watch. 1:15. He sighed. Do you think Chowdercluff's all right? Oh, rewind. Do you think Chowderclef's alright? Fitzroy asked Santa. I think it's going to be a late delivery this year, boys. Wait! One of the elves shouted. Look over there! A faint glow shone through the clouds to the east. It might have just been a warning light from one of the beacons on the river, but as they watched and watched and watched, it started to grow brighter and brighter and brighter still, until Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer himself emerged from the fog, and behind him came Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, and behind them, the sleigh, and riding on that sleigh alone, smiling and covered head to toe in tomato sauce, was Chowderclef! A cheer rose up from the elves as the sleigh alighted on the rooftop and Clef stepped off. Alto! Santa shouted. I knew you'd do it! It wasn't easy, Clef said. The GOC tried to shoot us both down. I guess they figured nobody would know if it was them if Santa and those reindeer just happened to get blown up by air-to-air missiles this year. I was going to have words with them after we're done here. Now this guy here, Clef patted his red-nosed mount on the head. Now he is a real trooper. Thanks, Clef, Rudolph said. All I did was do a barrel roll like you said. Don't be so modest, Rudolph. It was you came up close enough for me to make the jump onto the sleigh. But how did you stop the Manhattanite? Santa asked. Well, Santa, in the middle of all our fighting, I asked him a question. What was that? He spent his entire life fighting to wipe out New England-style chowder. I asked him if he'd ever actually tasted any. You mean he hadn't? I had a special batch just for him. Call it a Christmas present. Clef pointed to the control knob on his chowder cannon, which had been turned to the third and final setting. I spent days trying to get that batch just right, and to make sure it was perfect, I ran it through SCP-914 on very fine. He was in tears after a single spoonful. He poured the pot out over the Atlantic Ocean and parachuted out. Wonderful, Alto. You see, Christmas can soothe the heart of even the most wicked man. Oh, I doubt I've seen the last of him, Santa. This isn't the first time we've dueled over the question of soup supremacy, and it sure won't be the last. Well, the important thing is, I have my sleigh and my reindeer back. Thanks for all the help, Alto. I've got a Christmas to save. It's already 1:15, Santa, Clef said as he looked downwards. It might be too late. Oh, Alto, the magic works for any midnight. I've still got 6 more chances. But what about the toys? The Manhattanite never got anywhere near the toys, Alto. I keep them someplace very safe, Santa said with a wink. It's just a matter of picking them up and, say, Alto. Yes, Santa. There's one more thing we can do to make up for lost time. I hope you don't mind lending a little hand of yours a little while longer and letting me borrow that cannon of yours. I'm finishing this last chapter. We're going all the way. Marathon. Let's go. Dr. Andrews sipped the coffee in his styrofoam cup as he drove home along the darkened roads. His watch said it was 5:32 a.m., Christmas morning. He hadn't a wink of sleep in the past 3 days. Nobody at Site-42 had. With all the work convincing people that things would be just fine as soon as the elves settled their label dispute with Santa. He'd spent all night on the phone with researcher James at Cheyenne Mountain, tracking the bizarre radar settings all around the eastern seaboard, and ultimately dealing with the blowback after the GOC had been caught red-handed, violating the rules of engagement, trying to shoot down Santa's sleigh, and the unidentified object chasing it. What had become of them after that was anyone's guess. It was a miracle NORAD was still standing after what the GOC liaison tried to do to neutralize their magic radar. Andrews pulled into the driveway of his little house in the suburbs and shut off the motor as he climbed out into the pre-dawn air. Site Director Ives had been kind enough to let him spend the morning at home and explain to his girls why Santa hadn't come. He groaned as he looked at the headlines in the morning paper on his doorstep. No sign of Santa as Christmas hangs in the balance. LBJ makes last-minute call to North Palace. Strike continues. Riots in New York, LA, London outside of sold-out toy stores. Bucky and Vidal debate. Is Santa a red? Andrews dropped the paper in amazement as soon as he saw the tableau in his living room. Beneath the glow of the lit-up Christmas tree lay dozens of presents, all wrapped up in paper and bows. He hadn't bought them. Karen hadn't bought them. Who had? Like an excited little boy, He fell to his knees and examined the tags. To Jane, from Santa. To Amy, from Santa. To Mom and Dad, from Santa. He had done it. Somehow, his crazy old friend in the black coat had done it. Santa was safe, and it would be a Merry Christmas after all. Andrews was about to race upstairs and wake everybody when he noticed something else. A certain aroma wafting from the next room. He turned the corner into the kitchen, and there, sitting on the warmer on the stovetop, was a great big pot bubbling with cream and potatoes and clams, and just the right hint of bacon, and a little splash of sherry. A note on the side read, "To the Andrews family, from Santa Clef. 4 brand new porcelain bowls and shining silver spoons sat on the counter next to the stove, waiting to be used." Cautiously, Andrew stripped a spoon of the pot and took a taste. He said to himself, "The white pepper really does make a difference." How Dr. Clef Saved Christmas. Oh my God, that tale was amazing. That tale was amazing. That tale was amazing. I don't know what you're doing right now, but if you are not upvoting the 155 upvotes, How Clef Saved Christmas, you are doing it wrong. I'm checking out the chat and my mimetic fluid. Anyone else play a game chowder for Christmas? Me, has anyone beaten me yet? I really need some chowder now. I also need some chowder, and it is a beautiful tale witness. C-Jops, does Denny's have chowder? Oh my God, I need chowder. I need chowder so bad. And if my Denny's has chowder, I'm going for chowder. Oh my God. SCP-209 is like a mimetic fluid, plus it looks a bit like scotch and has an alcoholic taste. Well, good on it. Inhabited is upvoting the tale. If you like How Dr. Clef Saved Christmas, go upvote it because it deserves it. Oh my God, that was epic. That was epic. Chowder Clef Saved Christmas. How do you even deal with life? I don't know what to do. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was such a good tale. That was such a good tale. And we are at the 3 hour and 2 minute mark. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and or girls and or whatever you identify as, I do believe that 3 hours of live stream is a pretty epic Site-42 holiday special. And I don't think I'm going to top How Dr. Clef Saved Christmas. So, I think we're about to wind this stream down. And the way we're going to do that is chat. You and I, we can chat. We can hang out for a minute. We had a good run. Some of us have been here for 3 fucking hours. This is the best holiday special of all time. Of all time. We did good. If you guys got anything you want to chat about, let's chat. Let's hang out by the fireside and relax for a moment before I leave and go get some fucking chowder. Because I need some chowder. And if my Denny's has red chowder, I'm going to flip a table. Because they better have white chowder, New England style chowder, none of this New York bullshit. Just saying, just saying. Oh my God, I will flip a table if there's red chowder. Tengu, I'm glad you caught the tail end. I'm glad you made it for a little bit. C-Jops, off to Denny's. We will all spiritually be at Denny's together. You'll go to Denny's, I'll go to Denny's, we'll all go to Denny's and get chowder. Make sure you have the white powder. It really does make a difference. Boom. Fortune Fire. Whoa, Christian server. Let's stay family friendly and watch yo profanity. Oh no. This stream is already demonetized due to... No! Guys, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I'm sorry. This is the director's cut. This is the encore. This is the extra credits. If you did not quit when I say we were quitting, we're not done yet. Because there's one tale, it was requested, I didn't do it, it is tangentially close enough for us to do it. It's very short, we're doing it. Right now, we're not done yet. One more tale. Hold up, I'm not done yet. I got one more in me. I already recorded it for the channel. I already recorded it for a dictation. But we're doing it live. Encore, we're doing it live. SCP Spooky-J. SCP Spooky-J, doing it live. Are you ready? It's at +82. If you need to upvote it, go upvote it. Don't even ask. It's amazing. Just go upvote it. Item number, SCP Spooky-J. Object class, safe. Correction, Euclid. Spooky containment procedures. SCP Spooky-J cannot be faithfully contained due to the nature of its being. In the event that SCP Spooky-J manifests outside its containment chamber, it is to be escorted back to its chamber and recontained. SCP Spooky-J's containment chamber is a standard humanoid containment chamber with a single lock security door to ensure simple containment. Description: SCP Spooky-J is visually identical to a typical human skeleton, standing 1.72 meters in height and weighing 5.44 kilograms. The skull, face, and jaw structure of SCP Spooky-J is completely flexible and grants it the ability to make a range of facial expressions despite its lack of muscles or flesh. As well, SCP Spooky-J is capable of vocalization and sapient thought. SCP Spooky-J is capable of vanishing and manifesting at will to any location within 66.6 meters from its original position during the month of any major commercial holiday. Individuals in the location of SCP Spooky-J's manifestation often report a subtle rattling noise originating somewhere behind them. Individuals exposed to SCP Spooky-J and its anomalous effects are to be administered Class A amnestics prior to recontainment of the entity. When interacting with living human subjects, SCP Spooky-J will typically display verbally aggressive behavior, often in the form of insults and challenges to physical altercations. Despite this behavior, SCP Spooky-J has yet to seriously or purposefully injure a living subject out of observable malice. SCP Spooky-J displays an anomalous understanding of individual subjects' mothers and sisters where these relations are applicable. Entry Incident, October 28th, 2016. The following incident took place between Dr. Randy M. Filler and SCP Spooky-J prior to a recontainment incident. What the fuck? Again? SCP Spooky-J, you insufferable fuck! Stay the fuck in your chamber before I beat your sorry ass! You can't tell me what to do, you skin sack! Davy Bones does as he pleases! Do you even care anymore? This is why nobody visits you anymore! Jesus, you're so fucking annoying! Shut your dong slobber, fuckboy! You can't rattle these bones! You can't rustle these jimmies! Spooky-J, if you keep this shit up, I'm gonna call security down here and get you terminated if you don't. You're gonna what? Kill me? I'll fuck you up, you bitch. Then I'll fuck your mother. I'll no-scope you. I swear to God. Why do you have to do this every year? Jesus, you're an absolute twat waffle. Suck my scalaballs. SCP Spooky-J and Dr. Filler proceeded to argue for several minutes before Dr. Filler was removed from the observation room and dismissed from active duty in Site-12 and has been placed on paid leave. Entry Incident, November 23rd, 2016. SCP Spooky-J appeared in the cafeteria of Site-12 and began to collect all the uneaten holiday food into several trash bags before disappearing from staff perception. It then appeared in the quarters of Dr. Randy M. Filler and smeared cranberry sauce across the surface of his desk before consuming large amounts of bread stuffing. It's Thanksgiving! Ah! You asshole! You ruined my novel! SCP-Spooky-J continues to consume excessive amounts of stuffing where it exits SCP-Spooky-J's body through its ribcage and now is coating the floor. Why are you even doing this? You don't even have a stomach, you fuckwit! I'm doing it because I love you, Dad! SCP-Spooky-J throws the rest of the bag at the wall where it bursts open above Dr. Filler's bed and proceeds to run out of the room before security can arrive. Dr. Filler has hence requested to transfer to another site. Request pending. Entry incident 1224 to 1225, 2016. 1950 hours. SCP-Spooky-J exits its containment chamber undetected. 2030 hours. The hubcaps from all vehicles in Site-12 staff garage go missing and are not found for several hours. 2314 hours. Dozens of large gift wrap boxes appear in the common area of Site-12 while the room is vacated. 0110 hours. SCP-Spooky-J appears in its containment chamber displaying erratic, excited behavior. It is wearing a green Santa hat at this time. 0750 hours. An announcement is made that staff vehicles have been vandalized and on-site personnel display warranted agitation. 1035 hours. Various personnel enter the common area of Site-12 and discover the gift wrap boxes. On the wall farthest from the doorway is the statement, "Merry Christmas, fuckboys," is painted in expired gravy. 1055 hours. All gift wrap presents are opened by an EOD team and are discovered to contain the stolen hubcaps from the staff garage. A request has been submitted to the Administrative Board on the topic of the termination and archival of SCP-Spooky-J to prevent future nuisances and possible hazards to Site-12. Entry incident, February 14th, 2017. Dr. Randy M. Filler received an anonymous package containing a human tibia and a letter reading, "This Valentine's Day, I'd like to be your fuckboy. From yours spookily." Contents of the package have been moved to forensic storage. Dr. Filler has requested an indeterminate leave of absence after receiving this package. Request, again, denied. Oh my god, SCP-Spooky-J, that was just freaking amazing. I love that skip. That is the end. Jacob Hall, how much is left? You just showed up in the last tale. That is the end. But, like, we're gonna chill for a second. You can hang out in the chat. Spooky-J is amazing. I had to read him tonight, because, like, he shows up on Christmas once. That's a Christmas tale, right? He shows up at Christmas one time. That's fine. He did it. It's a Christmas tale. It's good. We did good. All right. Mimetic Fluid. Happy Mimetic Fluid holiday to you all. Oh, you caught the live stream for that yesterday when I couldn't say the word indeterminate or any words ever because I couldn't speak yesterday so bad. Tengu, my bones are rattled. C-Jumps, how are there no Ubers? That's so bad. You gotta get to Denny's, but don't drunk drive. Drunk driving is bad. Don't do it. Not a spherical. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too, man. Christmas miracle. When we all wake up on Christmas Day, there'll be chowder beneath our trees. Oh my God, witness you are. That is the magic. That is the magic of the holiday. There's this thing called a taxi. They still exist. Russell, you're lying. That's just an anomaly that you came up with. That's not a real thing. There are no taxis. What the taxi? No one's ever heard of a taxi. You've never heard of a taxi. They're not a thing that exists. They slow as fuck though. Man. Jesus, Site-42's holiday special is 194 minutes right now. Dilligaff, you got work to do. We'll see you later. I'm glad you'd hang out with us for so long. Man. Before I started this stream, I said to myself, you know what? You say you're going to go for like 2 or 3 hours. That's arrogant. You're not going to go for 2 or 3 hours. Just say it's going to be long. Because, like, don't be rude. Don't be arrogant. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to go all night long. Now we've gone all night long. That's the thing that happened. We've been here for 3 hours. And it's been amazing. We've told so many tales. and we had Christmas carols. And oh, God, witness, let's go for 6 hours next time. We'll go for 6 hours, but I gotta, like, cater that first. Like, Jesus, I am freaking hungry. Like, as soon as we close the stream, I'm going to Denny's to get some chili. My God, this has been an amazing stream. Everybody who watched it all night long, I am so very happy to have shared this night with you. Move the stream to your phone and take us to Denny's. Amazing. Actually, it's funny. I film on an iPhone 5 because this is my iPhone that I just got for Christmas from my mom because my mom is wonderful. Yay, Mom. But this is my old iPhone 5. It still gets Wi-Fi, so it's a good webcam and I can still use my phone. But the thing is, the iPhone 5, now that it's not a phone, it just has Wi-Fi. So if I leave, the Wi-Fi will die, so it'll turn off. Otherwise, I take the stream to go get some chowder. We'll have a chowder adventure. Goddamn. Why? My God. But yes, as soon as we're all done chatting, we'll go get some chowder. Everyone's going to go get some chowder from wherever they're going. In the meantime, let me get real for a moment. Let me get, like, super real. Super end of holiday live stream real. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been super fun for me. It's been fun for you guys. You guys have had fun. I have had, like, hella fun. This has been the best experience. We had a great night. This is like a 6-hour fireplace, so we could go for 6 hours later on sometime. But thank you guys for tuning in. It has been amazing playing games with you all and reading SCPs. Like, I still have, like, 10 Christmas SCPs on this list that we could do. I did mainly the good ones that I knew were, like, boss funny and, like, awesome and entertaining. But there's, like, some really long, serious ones. And some, like, really heart-wrenching, sad ones. And, like, we'll have to do those at some time, too. Because, like, God, man. Like, there's just so many. But thank you guys for being a part of Site-42. We grow because you guys want to watch what the hell we're doing here. And you want to hang out in the Discord, and you want to talk. And we will keep doing this thing. Because as long as you guys like doing it, as long as we keep growing, this is a fun thing to do. Site-42 will keep growing. We'll keep finding new ways to expand. We'll keep doing fun things. We'll keep improving the art. We'll keep helping the SCP community. Because I don't just want to, like, work off the SCP fandom. I want to help the SCP fandom. I want to, like, write articles for the wiki. I want to help people figure out their stuff. I want you guys to do better fandom things. I want us all to grow as SCP fandoms. And drink some water, because you've been drinking mimetic fluid all night, and you don't want to die. Exactly, Russell. Russell's got our backs. So yes, thank you guys for being part of this stream. Remember to do all the YouTube things, the like and the share, and the Patreon, and the Discord, and the Patreon, and the merch, and the merch, and the Patreon, and the Patreon, and the merch, and the Discord, and the Patreon, and the merch, and the Discord, and the like and the share, and the YouTube stuff. Because we keep growing, we keep doing things like this. This has been a blast. We'll do this again. And, yeah, next year, I think even if we do get to do a live thing with Volgan, and we get to do a live, like, event, and we'll fly Volgan. Alright, so I really want to fly Volgan in. Like, it makes my heart happy, the idea of flying Volgan from Ireland to California to do a crazy thing. So we'll do that, but we'll still probably do the live stream. Like, even if we have, like, a huge budget in a year and we're doing, like, crazy good things, we should still do this ghetto-ass TV fireplace live stream just for, like, the fans. This is a fan thing. We'll do, like, the real art thing, but also this is for you fans, because y'all are wonderful. And we're making good things. Whew. Man. And right now, we're about to hit the fabled 200-minute mark. So you've got 35 seconds, 35 seconds, sorry. And then this stream is cutting off right at 200 seconds. So we're calling here, kick it, start, fly Volgan here, kick start, fly Volgan to California, Volgan's coming to California. We're going to kickstart it. We're going to go fund it. We're going to crowdfund this sucker. Noom's going to program it. I don't know what Noom's going to do. We're going to involve Noom. He's going to make a Site-42 game with Pabs. Pabs is going to do it. It's going to be great. We're going to do all the things. We have 10 seconds, 9 seconds. I love you guys. Site-42 live stream, Christmas. I'll see you guys in the next video. So glad you guys could come out, and we're gone.